This is the Lost and Talks podcast, the most lit podcast.
We didn't even talk about this.
Oh yeah, because we have this thing where we started small, like the most lit podcast in like Malvern, and then we like kept expanding it. So we're trying to.
Oh, you're trying to take over.
Yeah.
Where were we last? I don't even remember. Oh, we were in the Cosmos.
But that was because we were talking about mushrooms.
Yeah, we we were talking about shrooms, and then we went to the Cosmos. So we got to scale down a little bit.
Guys,
we're gonna
you guys have done shrooms?
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we did. Actually, pretty recently for the first time.
Yeah, we did shrooms. What,
That
last
shit's
week?
crazy.
Last week, yeah. And
Have you?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Once though.
Once.
What was
Yeah.
your experience like?
I thought my hair, like Wolverine. That's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought my hair was that
That's wild.
for like
Holy shit.
30 minutes.
You thought they
straight.
were claws?
Yeah, I thought they were claws. I kept going like,
Dude.
That's
crazy.
I can't do shrooms then because my eyesight is so bad. I don't know what I'll see.
yeah. And then I was
Yeah.
watching Family Guy, and like Peter's face kept on switching. I don't till this day I don't know if it was the show or if it was me.
Right.
Like
But you probably
sometimes
haven't
his
found
chin
the
was here.
episode yet, right?
I haven't found that.
Oh,
was
that
an
is a
episode.
joke.
That is an
Yeah, that is
episode.
a
That
joke.
is a
I
show?
think. Yeah.
They
Yeah,
did
it's an
that.
episode.
His chin
You're
looks
good,
like
man.
balls, so they no, they did
Yo,
that.
trust, because we were watching Rick and Morty, and then like for a couple of parts, I'm
Yeah, I
like,
was
yo,
like-
what is real? And
I
like,
was
you know,
like,
like,
wait a minute.
It's crazy. You can't focus when you're on
yeah,
that shit.
and like, so we
Yeah.
put it on like the. Have you watched it?
Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
Like 2 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he hasn't watched it either, but we put like the last season, the third season, the first episode on, and we didn't realize like how you gotta build up to that show because there's a lot of shit that kind of like builds up.
Yeah.
And he was on shrooms, and for the first time we put him. And so I don't know.
He was just like, what the fuck is
And then me and
going
Jamal
on?
were just like,
God.
yeah, I don't want to explain it.
Infinite Ricks.
We just start for a little bit. We're like, yeah, so
we're
Rick is like, and then just enjoy the show.
you really don't give a shit about
Yeah.
anything when you're on shrooms.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you just want to look at shit.
Yeah, I was looking at lights a lot, like
Yeah.
street lights. I was just walking down the street.
Yo, we were
this
looking
way.
at the brick wall on like, cause we were outside on my house, and that shit was just like, it was just opening, like, you know what I mean, like, cause
Yeah.
you're seeing like the details of things.
Yeah. Wait, can you
crazy.
talk again? Speak.
Hey,
Yeah, he's echoing.
Yeah, I'm hearing an echo.
And I hear one for you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just because the thing is on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I was tripping out. Okay.
Okay.
Because I'm like, we're talking about mushrooms, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on right
Yeah.
now? Okay.
Oh,
no.
wait,
No, I heard that
Hold on,
echo from the beginning.
You gonna mute it?
Yeah, now we're good. Yeah. So now, yeah. That makes
Anyways.
sense. All right.
Okay.
Wait, did you start over?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, let's continue. It's fine.
What
It's
the
fine.
fuck's happening?
We're
Anyways.
like, we just, yeah.
Anyways, we hopped right into this podcast. We didn't do any type of introductions, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter because we aren't doing introductions anymore.
No.
Oh yeah, facts.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we're done. Like, doing that.
Yes, welcome to the Lost and Talks podcast, the most lit podcast in fucking
History ever.
in history ever.
Okay.
In
Jeez.
history ever.
Yeah, you really got to plan these before we record, man. I'm stuttering on that shit. Like, we'll get it next time. We'll get
I have the one for next time. I'll
Okay,
take it.
sick,
Yeah,
sick.
yeah.
All right, we got to write them down.
Yeah.
Shouts out,
We
Lost
should do a
Craft.
list. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the brews.
Thank you. We're not sponsored by them.
We're not sponsored,
From
but thank
LCBO,
you.
yeah, we bought
We
them.
paid,
Thank you for the.
but thank you for
appropriate
providing
price.
them in
Tastes
the
amazing.
LCBO.
Yeah.
By the way, Lost Craft, I'm trying to find the cider one. I haven't found it yet. Please
Yeah.
tell me where to find it.
Yeah, link us up with the ciders.
I want-
Ian's address.
I
right
want
here.
because it's like a gold. It looks sick. It's like a
And his
gold
phone
can. Yeah.
what does
Don't put
what
that-
does
don't put
cider
that
even taste like?
I'm not trying
But
to.
What does cider taste like?
It's like
It's
apple,
like apple
juice.
juice.
Well, there's different types,
Oh,
right?
say word.
Apple cider tastes like apple
But it has
juice.
alcohol in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so you're just like, oh, it's apple juice. And then you're like, oh, wait.
Wait,
try,
yeah.
I thought that was like an old white
Somersby?
person drink.
yeah, try Summersby.
Summersby?
Next time you're
Yeah.
out,
Oh, I've seen that in
Summersby.
LCBO.
Yeah.
Okay.
Summersby is solid cider.
It's like alcoholic.
Sweeter,
Yeah,
but it's good.
alcoholic apple juice.
Yeah.
I can only have like one. You know, you can't have too many. 'cause
You can't
it's,
have like
too
a
sweet.
two of
I
them.
feel
you
you,
know?
yeah.
What happens if you have two?
It's
Because
just too sweet.
yeah.
Oh,
It's good.
It's
for
just
like
the mix of the alcohol, because like the first one you don't feel the alcohol, but then because you have the alcohol in your system, you start the sweetness doesn't really.
And then you have like the
Oh,
cold
well,
sweats,
yeah.
and you're
Like I'll describe it after I had like 5 one day. It started tasting like
think like
piss.
8
Like,
or-
you know what I mean?
something like that.
What?
it's like
No,
8%.
It's not that high.
Yeah, some of them like 6, 7.
That's
I think.
like a
Yeah.
light.
That creep up
Depends.
on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it can
Yeah.
fuck you up, but just have one.
And if it fucks you over,
It's true. You don't taste the alcohol. Oh my god, dude.
Holy shit. It sounds like
That's just
crazy,
crazy.
bro.
Just
Anyways,
Albert,
yo,
chill.
we're signing this shit
how
off.
loud this is. Hold on.
Yeah, that's just loud as fuck. Yo. Yeah, bro.
We're gonna kill the listeners' ears.
Yeah.
They're murked already. They're
That's
done.
Dilger's album, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyways, we have some special guests in the
Yeah.
building today. Here, I don't usually like doing the
Should
introductions.
do like an applause.
I'd rather you do it. Yeah, we need to get the applause
Yeah.
going. There's your little sound. we have some special people in the building from R&B Radar today that decided to stop by. We were talking some business. We were talking shit. We basically already did the fucking podcast.
Yeah. So now we're
just
doing
didn't
the second
record it.
podcast. Maybe we'll go back into some stuff.
Exactly. So we're going to touch on some
stuff.
things we already
Yeah.
talked about before. But hey, go ahead, guys. Let us know. Let the people know who you are.
Yeah, so I'm Tommy Banks. I'm the CEO and founder of R&B Radar, and I have Lisa here as well, LSPRD. She's the vice president of
We got
R&B Radar.
the tags right there. Right?
Yeah, we'll add that.
Yeah.
We'll
Make
add that to
sure.
the bottom.
Yeah.
They have to follow me still.
We got you. We got you. So,
For some hot takes, some hot tracks.
exactly. Why don't you let's start off here. Let's start it light. We'll get into it a bit more. We already know this type of stuff, but
Yeah.
could you tell us a little bit about R&B Radar, how it started? You know what's going on, what you guys are doing.
So R&B Radar first started as a Spotify playlist, and it was just something for me to just have people know what I'm listening to. And then we started gaining a lot of followers and then build a following. So I started making a Twitter page and an Instagram page, and eventually just started growing into a business.
Yeah.
And we're a business that kind of focuses on the artist development side, artist management, and also that's content creation. So we're just, because I just felt like with R&B, it's something that's so slept on now. It used to be the shit. Like back in the day when you go look at like Usher, like all the girls used to scream. They don't even give a fuck
Yeah.
anymore. All they
Now
care
it's
about
just
is
like an
like,
offshoot of hip hop, basically. Like
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of indistinguishable.
It's
realistically.
blending in
Yeah.
a lot.
Blending.
Yeah.
like the R&B artists are starting to become rappers. Like if you look at like artists like Brent Faiyaz or like Jacquees or anyone like that, they're like R&B thugs now.
Yeah.
So like the whole
Even not to be like a purist, but like, you know, when I write like that, I'm like an experimental R&B musician. I think about R&B. It's like, that's rhythm and blues. Like, I don't really do that, you know, what it is historically, you know? So
Yeah.
I don't know why it evolved into what it is. Like, it makes sense when you track it through like D'Angelo maybe, but then it gets, you know, it gets sketchy. And like now, like where is it really derivative of anything that has to do with what R&B stood for before, you know? Like,
I feel like
It's just hip-hop,
it's
basically.
because exactly
Yeah.
because back in the day R&B, it used to be a bunch of people writing for someone, writing about love,
Yeah.
writing about this. Let's make you a ballad, and then it started growing into something where the artists started getting more control,
Yeah.
and they started being able to write for themselves. And many of these artists are hip hop lovers, and many of these artists are like black hip hop
oh,
lovers.
yeah.
So
Because
of course
the cultures are...
you're gonna
yeah, of course
mix,
they're
and
combined.
that's when you started seeing
Yeah.
like the whole thing evolve and like turn into something else. And like a lot of people have been saying R&B is dead.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's dead. I think it's just evolved,
Yeah,
and it's evolved into something like that's what happens when a genre starts getting big.
Yeah, exactly.
It starts evolving. Like even with rap, it used to be like a hip, a hop, a hip,
Yeah.
and then it turned into
Yep.
like Illmatic. Then it turned into mumble rap, and like it's
Yeah.
gonna keep on evolving into
Exactly.
something and something.
Keeps evolving. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And especially now because it's basically pop, right? So it's like it's a completely new thing we're dealing with now, where it's like people from these different things are all drawing from hip hop too. So it's like, how is that going to affect the culture moving forward? You know?
Exactly.
It's wild, man.
Yeah.
World's crazy, yo.
Yeah.
This is
No
the Lost and Talk.
It's an evil world we live in.
The world we live
Boy
in.
Future.
It's
So
an
like-
evil world we live in.
So like, what are you guys doing with R&B Radar like now? What's some of the things that you guys are working on?
Right now, what we're doing is, I'm at a different point in my life. When I first started R&B Radar, I had like spite. I was doing it out of spite because the labels I worked for and the people I worked for, they wouldn't let me promote R&B. They wouldn't let me promote the artists I wanted to promote. So when I first started it, I was like, I just want to get as big as possible and be able to say fuck you to these people who screwed me over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I see that.
I moved back to Toronto and I met some people and I was like, you know what? I need to help cultivate the talent we have here. So right now what we're trying to do is just find talent, help develop them, help them learn how to market, because as an artist, the hardest thing to do is market yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's like, how do you market yourself? Like no one ever had to think in that way.
Yeah.
Because usually I'm just me. Like
Yeah.
what do I have to market?
Yeah.
And that's what I have to teach them. Like everything is content. Like literally everything is content. You can hey guys, I felt this way, that's content. Hey guys, I did this, that's content. Every tweet you do is content.
Yeah.
Everything you put out is content. So you have to think of it that way and market your music in every way you can. So that's like something we're trying to work on, and just managing artists and teaching them how to be independent.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, like especially with platforms like ours, they want to turn into a record label and then start owning artists.
Yeah.
I do not want to own any artist. All I want them to do is learn how to independently be a sufficient artist and be able to get out there and put their music out. And I want them to be independent, not like Chance the Rapper independent. I want them to be really independent, where it's like you fund it.
Yeah.
Apple isn't paying you $5 million to put your album out. You're making $5 million for putting your album out. I want them to be completely independent, have their own record label, have their own thing, and have their own like this own business and brand. And that's like the main thing we're trying to do with R&B Radar, because R&B Radar went from something so small to something that's actually starting to make a buzz. And it all because of just proper marketing and like believing in yourself and realizing that what makes you different is what people will like about you. Because all the stuff that people used to complain about me about, like when I was working at these labels and as being a journalist, they kept on, oh, you're too outspoken, you talk a lot of shit, you do this and this. And then I did that on R&B Radar, and that's what's making us pop right now. All the shit I talk. Because it's like, who's going to talk that shit?
Yeah.
Like, if it ain't me, who's it going to be? So I might as well just do it, because that's just who I am.
That's true.
So, yeah.
Sick, yo.
Yeah.
That's what it's about keeping it real and just doing what you got to do out here. Right?
We talked about this a little bit at the meeting we had last week, where it's like, you know, the music industry is always going to keep evolving. Like now we're trying to deal with the culture of like streaming and how like we don't even know what that means to like how we're consuming or even creating music. But it's like, if we're changing that idea of like, because we know that we're like, yeah, okay, CDs are archaic, you know, like even like what else, like MTV is like doesn't even do that shit anymore.
Yeah,
you know
now
what I mean?
it's like whatever's on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
Like World Star is like the new MTV.
So it's like, why aren't we breaking down what record labels are, what A&R is? You know, why aren't we breaking down those old terms if we know that it's like an evolving industry, you know?
Exactly.
And that's what R&B Radar is. It's not any one of these different, it's not a management service, it's not a platform, it's not a blog, it's not any, you know what I mean? It's like, it's something that has to be something new because it's a new industry, you know?
And that's what I love about it the most, because when people try to ask me what it is, I'm just like, it is what it is. Like if I put a label on it, then it's going to become that. And I hate putting a label on stuff because like, especially like I see it like as a creative, the worst thing you can do is put a label on yourself. Then that's what you are for the rest of your life. So like with R&B Radar, I want people to come up with a new thing and say that's what we are. Because that's what I'm trying to push. That's why we don't have a blog, because like who the hell actually
we
reads?
Talk about this probably every episode. We talk about this. Nobody.
The blog is dead mostly. For the most part.
No one I've never in my life read a Complex magazine article in my life.
Fuck, dude,
I've never went on Double XL and be like, oh, let me see what this artist.
It's true.
No, this is the interview of the year. Like, no, I do not give a fuck about that shit. Like, all they care about is like, do you see this shit on Twitter? Do you see this shit on Instagram?
A lot of them started like that, but again, it's changed. So now it's whatever, video content and social media content.
Exactly.
That's what they're doing now. Yeah.
That's what everyone cares about now. And that's what I kind of like took it to that, because like with artists now, they used to be like, you know how like back in the day, celebrities, you never seen them. Like Will Smith back in the day, he used to be a guy that you never could touch, talk to, say anything to. Yeah. But now you see Will Smith on Instagram shaking his ass for no reason.
Yeah, I think we talked about this, right? Like how like basketball players now, they, you know, because we have so much access to who they aren't as like how when we grew up, like people like Shaq or Vince Carter, they would seem like legends because we didn't know what their thoughts were on little things every fucking day,
now,
or like what their
Twitter
outfit was, you know, like
Instagram
taking
stories.
selfies, just like you know what I mean?
Now we got Shaq and Dame going back and forth.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Just for like
crazy.
It's part of what we were talking about before the podcast was like, you know, don't meet your idols. I think that's what it like. With social media, we're meeting these people in a way that sometimes it's like they don't think that like, yo, we don't want to see this part of you, like, or like, you know, like, don't promote, or you know, like think about what this means to how people perceive you, because this is all they know about you, you know. And then you're like, why can people like formulate such strong opinions about me? It's like maybe because you're posting too much of yourself, you know, like
exactly.
And you're not thinking about like how that makes you look.
Like everyone knows everything about me. You tweeted it, you dumbass. Like it's, your diary is your Twitter right now.
Yeah.
I know you took a shit last night because you said you took a shit last night. I know this guy broke your heart because you said this guy broke your heart. So like. And people do not understand. Like, it's crazy how we're in 2019. People still don't know how to use social media. Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Like, you think they should teach a class on that.
Yeah, we've had a few, like a decade at least of this shit now. Like, and including Facebook and MySpace even. Like, we've been, you know, we should know more about like how to use this shit.
So
like,
many things have come and gone. We should know by now. And like, even with like with artists, it's so hard for them to, like. You can literally start a whole career on social media for $0 if you knew how to do it.
Yeah,
they literally if they could teach a course on it, like
they
people,
should.
Yeah, how to be viral. Yeah,
and it's like and people,
or even just like for if somebody's like, oh, how to become a musician, like go throw them in like a social media class or something like that. You know what I mean? Because that would help their career like even more than just going to music for like going to production school or something. You know what I mean?
Exactly. When it's all about clout now, unfortunately, right? And that's what you guys are talent over clout. Yeah, that's your motto, right?
There's clout isn't this is an empty thing to me. Like when you're famous, back in the day when you were famous, you were famous. Yeah. Like Michael Jackson was famous. Yeah. Prince was famous. Madonna was famous. These people that just have clout. And like clout to me is like, okay, on the internet, when I see your account and I see you're verified and I see you have this many followers, oh, you're someone. Yeah. But I guarantee you I will walk by you and not know who the hell you are because you're not famous. You just have clout. And that doesn't equal record sales. Yeah. Exactly. It never does.
The word clout seems so temporary to me because it's like you have clout at this time, but then a year from now, like you fall off. It seems very.
Everyone falls off.
Yeah, it's hard to stay on nowadays.
That's the problem that's happening with a lot of musicians these days. It's like they come in, they have the clout, but they're not able to capitalize on it. You know what I mean? If anything, cool. If I'm cool with you having the clout and everything, but make sure you're taking all the opportunities and the resources that you're getting from this, and then making this a career. Yeah, whatever you're doing.
I don't think there's not enough. Yeah, there's not enough that conversation where it's like once somebody. The first conversation you just have is like, okay, like, what do you want to do for like 20 years now? Because this is what you should be thinking about, like how you could secure that.
And once you get the clout, how you're supposed to do it. All these people feel like they stumbled on the clout or they stumbled on to being viral. People really think being viral is luck. It really isn't luck. I can tweet something right now and go viral. It's that easy. Yeah. You find something funny enough, you get the right people to retweet it or share it, you can go viral easy. It's so easy. It's once you get there, how do you keep on getting it and keep on being consistent? And I think that's what artists lack with the consistency because and it's not even. I feel like it's a two-way thing because they might lack consistency, but the audience now has a shorter attention span. They don't care like for example, like Summer Walker's album came out like 4 days ago. I'm over it already. I'm ready for the next.
It's called Over It.
Yeah. Oh shit! I didn't even take that in.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's called Over
It. It's called Over It, and he's already over it.
That's what I just took. Like, wait, what?
But you probably got over it faster than she did. So.
Yeah. Shit. Because I was like, because the way you can listen to music is so quick now. Like no one even makes a song over 3 minutes anymore. Half her songs were like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and you literally listen to it twice maybe and then you're on to the next one, and it isn't like because it wasn't good. It was just that you're so conditioned to what's next. It's
funny, we started making music at a time when we were still making like 5-minute tracks, like 4 verses, like mans were taking like 3 verses each and like a feature and I don't know, like sometimes going back, I'm like, why are we rapping for so long?
Running out of breath, doing 2 verses.
Yeah, like you know what
I heard? Like cutting like 16 takes. Just
like that remix of like Forever with like Drake, Eminem, Lil Wayne. I was like, that's the longest fucking song in the world. Like I didn't need that. They could have made it 2 parts. You know what I mean?
That song's fire though. Still.
That song is
so fire still though. Like,
but no, I think it goes back to we had better attention spans back then. That's why we could listen to 3-verse songs, you know, because and also because there's more like in hip hop at that time you could like tell a different part of the story with each of the verses. But that like now it's just like nobody's saying any real things in songs anymore.
It's
so
true. I
it's
think
like,
the true MCs, the people really good at the lyricists. They can do those longer songs.
Yeah, they still.
You
Yeah,
can't
that
have
still
Lil
exists,
Pump do a 5-minute song.
Exactly.
Like, you're gonna get bored in 3
You
minutes.
just hear
Like,
Gucci Gang for
you know what I
5
mean?
minutes straight. Crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, so
crazy.
it's definitely the way the writing is a big part of that too. I think. Yeah.
Because I feel like even the writing lacks, in my opinion. Because like there's artists now that people really go like their pen is amazing. And I was like, their pen is amazing because they're playing with average people around them. Yeah. It's like when you were back in school, that guy that was really good at sports, that you thought was really good at sports, but he wasn't really good at sports. Y'all just suck.
Exactly.
Yeah. Until you seen him face other people that are good at sports. Yeah. And they're like, oh, he's average? And that's what I feel like it is with a lot of these artists. Like, they just shine because we have nothing.
Yep.
There's no one else. Like, there's so many times I look at, like, especially in Toronto, like, the rappers that we have popping right now. Exactly. It's literally because we have no one else. Because I was like, who the hell listens to all these people? Yeah. Like, I don't even know half their names, but, like, all of them.
There's Bear Mans.
There's
Bear
so
Mans,
many.
And a lot of them are doing the same thing.
The same auto-tune. Like, why are you doing that? And it's just...
That must sound like Young Tory, but we're not going to say his name.
No, Young Tory. We
don't care. Young Tory's not going to do shit to us.
Now I'm never getting a video.
I don't even know Young Tory.
I'm just joking.
Young Tory. I'm not trying to diss Young Tory, but I don't need a video.
He's going to have a great career, but he's never going to be in anyone's top 50. I promise you that.
So actually, he was top... I think it was like top 5 when they did like Toronto rappers.
Oh, the Toronto.
Oh, Toronto. Duh.
Yeah, stupid. But yeah,
even that was controversial.
Yeah, because I can still name 5 better than it.
Yeah, that list was trash. Like,
but whatever.
Anyways, yeah.
I don't know why Mans wanted to even sit down and do that top 50 list. Like,
list was
go
dumb.
do something else. Go make a track.
Bro, I was dying. Did you see Schoolboy's comments on the list that came out for the ATL one?
Nah.
They just dropped somebody. Who was it? T.I. just dropped the
ATL
one.
I saw the
that
TI
wasn't
one,
all.
yeah.
That was all ATL because Drake was on it.
Oh no, he was sorry. He did. I think he just did best rapper.
Best rapper.
But Schoolboy was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Who actually sat down and said, yo, this is my 39th favorite rapper?" Like,
at that point, it's like, what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck?
You know, to name 50 rappers is hard enough. Then now to put them
I'll be honest,
order,
like I don't have a top 5 list because I don't have that much time to think about. Like I don't care. Like I don't
even
know.
like my top 5 list doesn't even have to do with rap. It's just people I like the most.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, it's just crazy. Like even seeing T.I.'s list. This guy put himself before Andre 3000.
You know what I mean?
This guy put DMX 8th.
DMX is hard, but like, snap, bro.
He put Drake. He put Drake before Lil Wayne, himself, Andre 3000.
Yeah, I saw Andre 3011. I just stopped looking at the list.
Once I saw Andre there, I was like, all right, I'm done here. I'm done.
I was like, what is the, like all power?
Like, yo, you're from ATL. Like, how do you have no? Like, how do you not have more respect for that man? Like,
he put one guy from the West Coast in Tupac. Then you went to New York with Jay-Z. And then you went back to New York with Biggie. And then you went to Drake. Like, you didn't put anyone in the ATL in the top 5.
Drake. I miss Soulja Boy. I hope you're doing good, Soulja Boy.
Yeah, he just got out of jail.
Yeah, he got out. He got out a couple. You don't know this about me, but I'm the biggest.
Oh, he is.
No, I'm the biggest.
No.
Soulja Boy.
No.
Tell him.
Andre.
So we got to do a Soulja Boy quiz now. We got a segment where we got.
What was his locker? What was his locker number in high school?
No, but I will tell you, like, he was on him since like 2006 because he went to ATL and you saw him. Like, when he was
I went to Florida.
Florida, sorry, and he was popping in the South before.
Oh, before he popped.
Yeah,
okay, you might be a bigger fan.
He was talking about him like a year before, because it popped in like 07, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about him in like 06.
Yeah.
And then he's been on him since, because I hated him for like until like what, like what's the one? It was not maybe Turn My Swag On. I don't know. Maybe Pretty Boy. No, I was already a fan. I was already a fan. By Pretty Boy. That was late. Yeah,
yeah, that's really late.
Money.
Which one?
Money
Walk?
No, not Money Walk.
Birdwalk.
Birdwalk. That's it. Yeah. That's the one. Yeah.
But I'm gonna say
Soulja Boy. I'm gonna say this on record. Soulja Boy is the GOAT. Like he is.
I still have videos of us. I still have videos of us like dancing and rapping to Soulja Boy and shit.
Man, look at me crazy when I say that.
No, but like he literally he revolutionized the game.
Yeah.
He literally changed the
I'm
game.
happy I don't have to speak anymore.
Like taking what he was doing ahead of his time.
Yep.
Like, and then he was just taking over the ringtone game.
Yeah.
He knew he was making 2-minute songs before
Yeah.
people knew that
Yeah.
we had to make 2-minute
Yeah.
songs.
Come on, man.
Taken, he's 29. And he's at a 13-year career.
And
he's
people
still
say,
popping.
people are like, how is he still doing this?
Yeah.
Because he's the GOAT. Like,
When I saw Drake pull him up with the "We Made It," I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you are salute!" Like, oh my god, like,
Even the one that he did it with Nicki Minaj.
yep.
What was that song again? What was
it was Nicki on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't listen to it. I just loved his part.
Yeah,
he kept on
yeah.
saying like some. Forgot was like.
Oh, it was yes, bitch.
Bitch, yeah.
Yes, bitch.
Yeah,
That shit was
yeah.
hard as
That
fuck.
was
And he
hard
made
as
the beat.
hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And
Underrated producer.
He is
Underrated
And
producer.
another
Yeah.
thing he does is
Killing
that
spree.
he
Yeah.
works with younger artists before people even know who they
Yeah.
are.
There you go.
You look at all these artists,
And you
after
know when
they
he's
pop
always
off,
speaking those
There you
facts on like
This
radio
guy's
shows.
so
He's like,
happy
"Yo, I
right
put this
now."
guy on."
It's like, I
He's
found
not
someone
saying.
else.
He's just
He's
like, "Yo,
just
I put on
quiet.
Thugger." Like,
When he was doing that whole spiel
on Lil B,
and
yeah,
going on to
like,
those
yeah.
shows and
Yeah.
shit, I was just sitting there. I'm like, finally.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm just like, finally.
Finally,
You know that
he's talking
Birdman
shit.
meme where
I'm
he's
like,
just like,
yeah, he's just sitting back. I'm like, finally.
when
I'm
he
like,
when he
finally.
called out Drake for
Yeah.
stealing that
Yeah.
song,
Yep.
Yes.
I went and Googled it,
Yep.
and he stole the fucking
Yeah,
song.
So,
He stole the song.
He did.
hey, man.
And once he did that, I was like, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
I don't even, he's
Yeah.
the
Bruh.
GOAT. He should be on people's top 15 at least. Top 15.
That's what I'm fucking.
Yeah, people are gonna look at you crazy.
No, people are going to hell look at me crazy.
People are gonna look at you crazy, but it's because you're spitting facts.
Yeah.
Do the research. You're like, okay.
When you have to look
Yeah.
at what the whole
You really
game is
gotta
now
do-
and like what he,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because he
YouTube.
was supposed
Yeah.
to be a one-hit
Found
wonder.
YouTube.
Thank you.
7
YouTube should give him
ago,
yeah,
like,
YouTube should
legit.
give him like a partnership or
17.
something.
He can't-
you know what I mean?
He literally
He
said
did.
that.
Yeah.
He's like, YouTube owes me money.
What's that? Soldier Boy, like Soldier Boy in this. That Birdwalk, she got a dog. Kiss Me Through the Phone.
Yep.
Pretty boy swag.
Pretty
Marco
Boy
Polo.
Swag.
Marco
Just,
Polo
you know,
with Bow Wow.
yeah.
What's the speakers going? Bammer.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
hammer,
man.
hammer,
Hammer.
I heard that on the radio. I almost cried. I was like, I'm so proud of you. Yeah.
Don't kill me, man.
Because I was a little later, you know, like,
Oh,
yeah.
this guy
He
brought up
just
the
kept
Soulja
on
Boy.
going. What's it? That other one? She's blowing me kisses.
Oh yeah, blowing me kisses.
That's
Big track.
the way he was using auto.
Yo,
He's just different. He's
Yo.
actually different.
I'm happy I don't have to see this shit. Yeah. You know what?
He
Like,
found someone else who
Yeah.
thinks the same way.
no, I know, but that's the thing. I know other people.
Yeah.
The drawing on his glasses.
Yo, let's get out of here, man. Shut the podcast.
He was
off. It's over. We're done.
We solved it. We solved the world.
You know
Yeah.
when Kanye came with those stutter glasses? I can
Yes.
argue that he stole that from Soldier Boy. I can argue that.
You can argue that,
Like,
but hey,
he's amazing.
what do we know? We're gonna let's
Needs a breather, man.
we're gonna cut this off here for now. I need a breather. You know what I mean?
We gotta go listen to some
We gotta
Soulja.
talk. We gotta talk about some Soulja Boy
Yeah,
for
we
a
gotta go
second.
listen to some Soulja.
We're gonna come back.
Okay.
All right, yo, we're back. Woo, we just need to take a quick breather. The Soulja Boy talk was.
You gotta calm down a little bit.
I had to go to the washroom. Zach had to shit. It was. We're good. You know?
Taco Bell.
Yeah, we had some Taco Bell.
That was Zach.
That was literally him in the washroom.
But you know, as per usual on the podcast, we've been talking when we shouldn't be talking. So we're gonna get back into the shits right now. So as you guys have heard on this podcast before, and again, this is what I'm just trying to say. Like, this is how you know we're spitting facts. Because if we have guests on here that haven't even been on the show
Yeah.
or haven't heard a certain episode or whatever, and they're bringing up the same shit,
Yeah.
I know.
I'm not a liar.
Yeah.
Kevin's not a liar. He's not a liar.
Not
Zach's not a liar. None of us are liars,
Yeah.
man. So let's get into this grand talk.
Which
So-
we've talked about
which we've
several
talked about.
times, but let's talk about it
Let's
again.
talk about
important
it
talk,
again.
yeah.
It's
It's
an
a really
talk.
important talk.
Because
and
people
we
aren't.
We gotta keep saying it so that people keep.
We do. We keep
You know,
building on it.
gotta keep
Exactly.
saying it.
When
Yeah.
your mom was telling you to do something, you didn't listen. She had to tell you 1,000 times. So this is what it is, yo.
I like that.
You guys are not taking advantage of the shit that you have in the fucking city. Okay?
Literally.
Literally. We have fucking grants out here. If you don't know about grants, I'll allow you. Okay? Free. It's free money, but you kind of got to work for it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But you
But-
have to work for everything.
Exactly.
Of course,
Yeah,
nothing's
realistically.
free.
That's what
You're
I mean.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah, sometimes you explain a grant to somebody who's like, yo, it's free money. It's like, no, you
no,
gotta
no.
work for everything.
That's me breaking it down easy for the demands in the back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you gotta work for it at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
So
Put in you got to put in all nighters sometimes. You
Oh,
gotta
exactly.
stay till 7 a.m.
Yeah.
sometimes. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Like,
You might have to
put
try
together a
multiple
grant.
times.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
But you need the racks, right? You want to put out that project, right? You want to do this installation, right? You want to have this gallery, right? You don't have the money for it, so how else are you getting it? You know what I mean? So making sure that you're up to date with what's popping in the grant world is lit.
And also, like with grants too, all you guys are trying to chase record label advances.
Yes.
Advances you have to pay back. A grant you don't.
Exactly.
So why not put in that work to get that grant so you can use that
Instead of
money to
signing
do
your
what
solo,
you want
yeah.
to do?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like it makes no
very true.
sense to
Yeah.
me why these guys are chasing record labels, but they're especially Canadian artists are chasing record labels, but we have
What
grants.
Canadian record label is popping right now?
None.
I don't know.
Absolutely
Any.
none.
Yeah.
I didn't even know if there were any. Are there any?
Isn't it OVO?
OVO and EXO, right?
Like truly
Sure, yeah.
Canadian, but like they're part American now. You know. What I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
They're not even.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And they're not even popping, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
EXO's probably the hottest one, like
Yeah.
realistically.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah. But
whatever,
like,
you know.
yeah.
They got
Fuck
their
it.
artists.
Yeah.
They got that.
What was I gonna say now?
Wait, who does EXO have again?
They got
So,
they got Belly, 88 Glam,
Nav.
Nav,
They're not that pop.
but they're doing better than OVO.
Yeah.
That's true because
OVO's
because I feel like the weekend actually cares about the artist.
Yeah, because these guys are actually
true.
going to festivals and getting
Yeah.
features and blah blah blah. You know what
That's
I mean?
true. They are getting that
Yeah.
type of bag.
But whatever.
But yeah.
Do you want to start on the grant stuff? Anything?
What do I have to say? Yeah, so like even me, like somebody who's been doing grants for 4 years, the ones I've been doing is like the Arts Council grants. I think we talked about this before. There's Toronto Arts Council, Ontario, and then Canada. And then there's like the level of difficulty. So start with Toronto if you're from Toronto.
Yep.
And it's like it helps you because it actually makes you sit down and actually think like, okay, what am I saying as an artist? Like what am I actually doing? Okay, I want like, you know, people are like, yeah, I'm trying to put together an album, but like, okay, what is the album about? Oh, like it doesn't need to have like this crazy concept, but like if you do have a crazy concept, it helps. Like that's what it helped me because I always had like these wild ideas, and then that's where like I could run wild with grants. I'm talking drawing from this and that and this, and I'm like, yo, this is sick because like I can get money for basically talking like, you know, like out of my head, like I'm going, you know, like doing this crazy idea, you know. It encourages you to actually like care about your art, you know,
And plan it.
exactly.
It's like pre-production.
And
Yeah.
that's the most important part as an artist, planning.
exactly having a long-term vision.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of artists like I have to do
Like
with
knowing
artists.
the fact that like if you're like, yeah, I want to put together an album, that's a year.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's-
I'm
really
tired
is,
of
yeah.
artists
Yeah,
like dropping one single
yeah.
and then disappearing for God knows how
And now
long.
what? Like,
And
Lord
then what?
Jesus.
make another track.
That is my biggest
an album
fucking
together.
pet peeve.
Like I kind of
I
make
get it.
music.
You save
don't.
up money. You go to the studio. You make a track. You want to release it. You drop a video, and you got to save up some more money. I get that.
I mean,
get that
what do they
grind,
think? What do they
but,
think?
like,
They're dropping a single, they're gonna blow up. I think is that their mentality?
That
Like,
is their mentality.
oh, drop a
mentality.
single, bro. It's gonna blow up on SoundCloud, whatever.
They're like
No.
this is the one.
This is the one. We all think we have the one, you know? You know how many times I thought I heard the one in this basement? We're here in the basement still, bro.
And another thing is like when you're in that studio has a way of making stuff sound way better than they are.
Yeah.
Like I remember I was in the studio with an artist. You could not tell me this wasn't the best track I ever heard in my fucking life. I was in there like making like, ooh, then the car ride home, I was like, oh, this was not it. This is not it. So we need to plan and actually get yourself out there. Like from what you've shown me in the grants, like your template for your grant,
yeah.
it really actually helps you. Like it just puts you, like organizes you. Because as a
Exactly.
creative, you're not
Yeah.
organized.
Yeah.
Like even when it comes to writing, creating music, like your image, everything, you're just all over the place with it.
Yeah.
But this grant gets you to sit down.
Exactly.
And take
you
it
need
serious.
that balance. That's like there's the grant mode. I love that. Like right now, because I should be starting to get into grant mode because there's a factor grant coming up. I guess it'll be due by the time this comes out, but like whatever. But yeah,
You're
but, like,
lost.
yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like you get into that grant mode because other than that, every other time, like I'm like free. I'm just running around basically, you know, just letting my mind run free. But then you get to sit down and just be like, all right, what are we actually gonna do with this? You know. Then you get to like just think free ideas like, yo, what if we did this? What if we did this? You just write them down, you know, you just keep them in your mind, and then you can really like put them together in a way that like actually means something. And then you like when you write them down, you actually know if it's a good idea or not, you know, because if it like makes sense on paper, you're like, oh, okay, like yeah.
Exactly.
You know, it's coherent.
Exactly. A lot of the time, even like I'll talk on just some of our film stuff.
Yeah.
Beyond the fucking
Treatments
text.
is the same. I would say it's the same thing. Like
yes.
even like
That's
you
what
want
I'm
to
saying.
you want to start doing music videos. You want to start a production company.
Yep.
Do treatments. Like it helps.
Exactly.
Like sit down with artists and
it.
like even if they don't know what that is, just like tell them what it is. Like you know there might be a little bit of a fear where it's like I don't like that sounds like a word that I don't want to know or something. I don't know like if that's how people are. I don't know why.
A little bit.
Because I you know, at first I didn't know what treatments are, but it's just like we just went into that
I
world.
didn't know
I'm
what
like,
one
okay,
was too.
yeah.
And
I
then
actually
learned,
do
and then
not know what a treatment is.
Whoa. Try to explain a treatment.
we right now.
We should do a tutorial. Yeah,
Let's go to
like
shit right now.
Really should. I mean,
Yeah.
to put it, I'll keep it like straightforward. So when you're pitching a music video or commercial, you supply usually the client with like a visual treatment. It's called, and it's basically a collection of writing and visual reference images put together, usually in like
a mood board.
Like a mood board is part of it. It's like a
Yeah.
mood board, but with writing and scene breakdowns. And just you kind of describe different elements of your video. So you might go into the cinematography, or you might go into the wardrobe or the editing. Or
You
stuff like that.
try to convey the
Yes.
message of the music video as best as you can, like on paper, because it's never gonna be like 100%. But you try to like get the right reference images and like you know talk about the right themes to make the artist know
I
like
get it. Okay.
you know align their
What you're
vision,
trying to
basically.
make.
What
Yeah.
you're trying to
So,
make, because like
yeah.
a lot of people just go and like,
Yeah.
we're just gonna have bottles and like
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
they get the video
Yeah.
back and they're like, like
So
you know,
the
what is
treatment
this?
is like
yeah.
is like think of the treatment because like okay you have a script for a
yeah,
film, right?
yeah, exactly.
There's no script for a music video. There's no dialogue. I mean,
No.
sometimes there is, but usually there's not. So that's kind of like what a music video or a commercial has is a visual treatment. And the directors will take those and they submit those to record labels and pitch their music video idea to get their artist that video.
Okay.
Right? So if OVO needs their artist to have a video, they approach directors and all the directors submit their treatments. And then they pick the one they like. And then that goes to production. Then they supply the budget to the production company. And then they produce it.
Wow.
And then
okay.
distribute it.
Yeah.
So
But so yeah, like obviously that's on the biggest level. But like when
Yeah.
you're starting out, why not start doing that? Because
No,
if
no,
you
yeah,
because
exactly.
that's what you're trying to strive to that level
everything
anyway.
to be
yeah.
cohesive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like be with your image. And that goes back to like with grants. You're making your ideas. You're creating it.
This is your
Yeah.
thing.
This is yours.
Yeah.
They're giving you money to create exactly what you want.
Exactly.
While with a record label, it would be like, nah, we need that hit. We need that radio hit. Don't put that. Like I just seen an interview on like Breakfast Club with Sir, and he said he came to Top Dog with 2 albums before he dropped the album he just dropped, and they all said, nah, this isn't it. How the hell are you gonna tell me as an artist that's something I put my time into that this isn't it?
Yeah,
I should be able to release anytime I want. And like something like this, especially with grants, it allows you to work as an independent artist.
Yep.
Because the second, like, I'm not trying to be like negative label, because labels do help some people,
Yeah.
certain types of artists.
Certain types of artists, yes.
But if you are a true creative, if you're someone who writes, if you're someone who has a vision for how your music videos have to look, you have someone have a vision of how you want everything to be,
Yeah.
you should not be in a record label, because all they're going to do is stifle that vision.
Yeah.
And or they're going to make you be a caricature of yourself.
Yes.
Like for example, like the Baby, before this album that just came out, he was a different person. Like he was doing different things.
Yeah.
This album that came out, he was rapping the same flow on every single song.
Yeah.
Like every single song. The
Yeah.
production was amazing. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
So fucking
But
true.
he was doing this. He was like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do Baby on Baby over and over again. That flow over and over again. And it's like, it makes you not like him anymore, because now he's just being a caricature of himself.
Yep.
Instead of just being true to himself. I could be completely wrong, but that's what it looked like to me. Because
especially from the
I've
outside.
listened to his other stuff when he was Baby Jesus and all that stuff. Yeah, he had that flow, he had that cadence, but he switched it up.
Yeah.
But the album, like, I feel like his label's like, you're really good at this. This is what's getting you popping. So do this 10 times. Thank you. And then put Migos on one track and Meg Thee Stallion on another track. And like, let's get like big names popping on this so we can make you have the #1 album. Because it makes no sense to me how much these artists care about that #1
Yeah.
album. Because it lasts what, like 4 weeks?
Yeah, I know.
Maybe.
So much shit coming
1
out.
week,
So much shit
maybe.
coming out. You can't stay on top.
Exactly.
Yeah,
tough.
and then it's like then we're on to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you want something that people go back to?
Exactly.
Like for example, like Frank Ocean's Channel Orange. I still go back to it.
Yep.
I don't know if it was a number one, but I still go back to
Mm-hmm.
it because he put his. You could tell that was Frank Ocean.
I always see on Twitter how it every once in a while it pops back into the top 200 or something just because
Yeah.
people are feeling a mood or something. You
Yeah,
know?
man.
Yeah.
Even like Blonde
Yeah.
Yes.
just went platinum.
Yeah.
Like a few months ago, like 4 or
Yeah.
5 months ago,
But
and it's
just
been
gonna
out for like
keep-
2
it's
years.
just gonna keep going.
It's
though.
gonna
Like, people
keep
are
on
just gonna
going.
keep listening to it
because
you
they
know?
love it so much,
Yeah.
and that's what that's what I feel like you're supposed to create with music.
Yeah.
And like in Canada, we're lucky. In the States, they don't have shit like
Exactly.
this. In Canada, we're so lucky. We get free healthcare, but niggas are afraid to go to the doctors, and they're giving
I
you
haven't been in a minute.
exactly. I haven't been to the doctor. Like I was literally telling Lisa today. I was like, or yesterday, I was like, yo, I actually should go. Something could be wrong with me. I don't know.
shit, yeah.
Like real, like so, like. And it's just crazy. Like they give you all this free shit, but you doubt it.
Yeah.
Like this, or you think you can't get it.
Yeah.
And like see meeting you guys and hearing what you guys have done, it made me realize anything is possible. And I feel like when you're from like especially like the inner cities here and like places where you don't have that access to that education, you feel like it's not possible. It's not real. There's no way I can. You're telling me all I have to do is write on a paper, send it in, and then you're gonna give me money?
Yeah.
No way. There has to be a catch.
Yeah.
But there's
Exactly.
literally not a catch.
The only catch is you just gotta do it.
Yeah. And weren't
Get
you
the
gonna
money,
do it
you have
anyways?
to do it, you know?
Exactly.
That's it,
You
you know?
can't go to LCBO and use it on all the bottles there. Or
Yeah.
You go buy Balenciaga. You had to actually go put this stuff
Yeah.
out. But it's like, I just don't get why
People are
we
scared.
don't
I think people
do
are scared
it.
to do that. I feel that sometimes too. Like putting together these budgets, I'm like, oh fuck! Like I actually have to like put together like 20,000. Like I have to like get receipts for like $20,000, $30,000 and stuff because you know they're gonna ask for that in the final
If you
reports. and
spend
stuff.
it
Yeah.
the wrong way.
Yeah, I'm like,
Shit, like,
I'm like,
that's a lot of
do I
money.
want to do this? I'm like, yeah, I have to do this. Like, this is what I want to do, right?
Yeah.
So like,
Because,
yeah,
like,
you gotta take on this work.
I'll be honest, like the
Exactly.
first time I get a big music video budget, I'm gonna be nervous.
Oh,
like
yeah,
I'm
of
gonna be like,
course.
shit, I've never handled 20K for
Yeah.
a video. I'm gonna.
That's the
I
same
don't
shit
wanna fuck
with
that
us.
up.
Like the first time, like I got 1K
Yeah.
as like a budget for someone to work with. I was like, holy shit,
Yeah.
this guy's giving me 1K. Like you guys need to chill. I got nervous.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until I met my cousin. Shout out my cousin. He literally was like, "Oh, that's light work." I was like, "Oh, say words." Like, yeah, that's a light budget. I was like,
Yeah.
"It is." I was like, "Yeah." Like, wait till you get to 10K, 100K.
That's true. You do
like,
need somebody to tell you that, though.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like that put it in
Yeah.
perspective
Yeah.
because he's like, you have to take in how much these people make,
yeah,
and they're just paying you that.
Yeah.
In fact, you should have asked for more. And like when I seen like that, you need to know your value. Like I seen this thing on Twitter today. The guy that used to be on Smart Guy, Jason Weaver. Instead of taking $2 million from Lion King, he was like, "Nah, don't give me that $2 million. Give me the royalties,
And I'll take 100K or something.
and I take 100K." He has made like 30 times more off the royalties than he
Smart.
made that $2 million that they would have just
Smart.
paid him off.
He knew royalties
Because he
were
knew
better.
his value.
That's smart.
And like that's
Yeah.
that's what artists need to start realizing.
Shout out his mom as well because she suggested that.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
suggested
Yeah.
smart
that.
woman.
you need, you know, it's like I know it's hard sometimes because it feels like egotistical or something, but you got to be like, no, like, yeah, like this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take on this amount of money, like,
Yep.
because if you have the idea and it makes sense, like, why shouldn't it be in production then? Especially when you're seeing other things being produced, like, why don't you think you can do that too? Then
You
know?
have to know. Really have to like know your worth.
yeah, exactly.
And I feel like people as creatives, you feel like you have to be modest all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I've met PR guys that be like, just to talk to me is 1,000. Just to talk to me,
Facts.
and that's not even including if we go over an hour.
Yeah.
That's another 1,000.
It's crazy.
If you talk to me for 4 hours,
Are
that's
they
4K
lawyers?
you owe me. Even lawyers.
Yeah.
Like I remember I had to
Yeah.
talk to a lawyer. He's like, just for like my cousin had actually talked to a lawyer. He's like, just to have me on retainer is 10K just for me to look at your papers.
Yeah.
10K.
Yeah.
And it's like, why can they demand all this stuff?
Yeah.
And it's like that lawyer who's demanding that 10K from you, that 10K doesn't mean you're gonna get off.
No.
He might come up to you, he's like, "Oh, sorry, I'm gonna have to put you in jail." They're gonna have to put you in jail. I mean, sorry, I tried my best.
Yep.
So it's like, why
But
can't?
I'll try to get you 10 years.
Yeah, yeah. I try to get you a light sentence,
Try to get you 10 years. Jeez.
but you paid all this money just to go to jail. You might as well have just went to jail. You know what I mean? So it's like, if they're allowed to like,
That sucks, though.
Yeah, I guess.
it's true.
So
But let's pull
sad.
up, yo. It's like, where's Where's my outfit?
Yeah.
Like, these the sweats that okay.
Free all my niggas.
So like when I see it like that, it's like, why can't we as creatives be like that? Because people don't understand. Like as a creative, you are a brand.
Exactly.
You literally you can advertise whatever.
You're a product. Yeah, you have a product,
Personal
right? Like,
brand, yeah.
And
Yeah.
realize that, like Gucci Mane just got a sponsorship deal with Gucci. He's been Gucci Mane for like 13 years.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
You've been saying Gucci on every track.
Free. Gucci loves that free promotion.
Yeah.
And now they're just picking that.
Now they are. Yeah. It's stupid.
It's crazy to
Yeah.
me. And it's like, why put all that effort giving free advertising to people who actually don't even notice you?
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
now that they seen Gucci lost the weight, got some
Yeah.
new teeth. All right, let me give you that
Yeah.
that deal. Like it's like, or not even that. They could have just done it because of the whole blackface thing that happened with them. And they're like, let's get a black guy to just
Who fucking
here you
knows?
go.
Just to fix it quick.
Literally.
We never
Yeah.
know. So it's like, as artists, we need to really like realize what we have.
Yeah.
Because we're an entity in ourselves. And it's like, if someone came up to you, it's like, give me your mom for $1 million. Would you give them your mom for $1 million? You wouldn't.
No.
You wouldn't do it, right?
Yeah.
And that's the same thing as being an artist. If I
Yeah.
go like, sign me over everything you've ever done, every song you've done, I'll give you all the money you want, all the advancements. Would you do it? You would. I wouldn't do it. You know why I wouldn't do it? Because that's me.
Exactly.
Why
Yeah.
would you sell yourself when you can get all the money 100%? That's like it blows my mind why people sell a part of themselves just for a quick gain.
Yeah.
And like that's what I see like with especially in the industry now is like quit like tattooing their faces just so they can pop.
Yep.
That's crazy to me. Like you're gonna be 80, right? With that on your face
That's forever.
forever.
Just the
They always
laser
go,
shit.
They
but
always go like, "Oh, we're gonna get the laser." You know
No.
that leaves like it leaves
know-
something there.
that shit hurt, man, on your face. Fuck that. Yeah. It's dumb.
Motherfuckers
dumb as
don't
hell.
know, man.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Some of those
just
guys, like we
don't
said,
know.
are for the quick bag though.
Yeah,
They don't
man.
even care about
Yeah.
all
They
that
don't
shit,
care.
that
Like,
longevity.
And then again, just to touch
Nah.
on that with the mans that are taking those bags. I get
Yeah.
it. Like a lot of those mans are just from the streets. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's like they never had a bag like that in their life. They had a song. They're like, "Yo, what do I do?" You know what I mean? And that's what we're talking about. Like, cool, take that bag, but how are you gonna capitalize? How are you gonna
Yeah.
take advantage of this opportunity? Because cool, you got your quick 2 mil or whatever from your deal. Yeah, you signed off your life. Blah 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 blah. Right? But how are we getting your life back? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How are we gonna get out of this deal as fast as possible?
Because you know what's gonna happen.
You know what I mean? But man's gonna think about that.
Yeah.
Because you
So-
really have to look at that. Like Kyle Lowry got 31 million. 31 million. That's by negotiating.
Yep.
31 million. That's a crazy. This is the guy everyone's calling a bum. like
Yeah.
3 months ago, got 31 million just because he's like, I know my value. I'm a champion now.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't tell me shit. Since I'm a champion now, pay me like a champion or I'll dip. And you have nothing. And that's what the Raptors were like. Oh shit!
Well, yeah.
Here you go. Here's your 1 year extension.
Yeah.
So it's like I just feel like with art, like we just.
I was just gonna bring that up. Like, you know, sports, you can come up in the system and you can be like, all right, I'm a top 5 ranked player or whatever, and you can come into the draft and be like, okay, if I'm in a top 5 of the draft, I'm gonna make this amount of money, and you can come to terms with that. But like, why can't we as artists be like take in, if you're the number 1 pick in the draft, you're making what, like 4 million or whatever it is. Like, you have to be like, yeah, I'm making 4 million, or you're going into these shoe deals before you're even signed.
Yeah.
Zion Williamson had to sit down and sign a contract and be like, yeah, I'm making
No.
what was it, like 40 or 80 or something like that. Yeah, something crazy.
And people kept on saying he hasn't
He's-
even played a game yet.
That's what I
That's why
mean.
they gave him the contract.
Yeah.
Because we can lowball you.
Yeah.
To him, he's like, oh crap. But like, imagine if he did a year.
Yeah.
Became rookie of the year. Became everything that everyone said he was going to be. He became that year. Jordan just made a deal. Because they would have had to pay him double, triple
Yeah.
what they paid him in the beginning.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And like these people need to understand that. Like if someone's willing to pay you that much, they're making way more off you than they're willing to pay you.
Exactly. Yeah.
So why can't you make that for yourself?
Yep.
Make it happen for yourself
Exactly.
by applying to these motherfucking grants.
Yeah.
Because it's
Do it.
Yeah, yeah. it's free money in the sense that you
free.
don't owe. Yeah, you don't owe anyone
grant-
anything.
Yeah, just do it, man.
Anybody,
You gotta try.
anything.
You
Yeah.
just really gotta try.
Basically, the government is giving you money to help create whatever you
Yeah,
want.
doesn't that's crazy.
It's an evil world we live in. Now.
It's evil. You know which button it
Yeah,
is?
he keeps forgetting that.
It's an evil
Yes!
world we live in.
Facts.
I
gotta label those.
I need a Kobe one too. You know, when I
shit.
hit it, yeah.
We do need that Kobe.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like honestly, like artists, listen to us. I know to us, to you, it might seem like we're nobodies, but we're just we're sitting here spitting facts. Like,
Yeah.
we're mans that have gotten grants. We're mans that have seen the racks come in from the
Mm-hmm.
government. You know what I mean? Like, we
Yeah.
know what it is. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
we know what you guys are going through as well. So we're just trying to spread the knowledge.
You got the grants, man. If you don't want to put in the work for the grant, you don't really want it.
Yeah, man.
Because that shit, just do it. You got a
Just
good
do it.
chance, to be
It's
honest.
a little bit of homework, yes, but
Yeah.
just knock it out.
You got to work hard if you really want something good, bro. Like
10K,
Like-
doing homework and getting 10K. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, just breaking it
Yeah,
down.
like I
simple
get
for
it
you.
in school that you didn't want to do it, even though
Yeah, but
technically you were paying.
not even-
10
it shouldn't
to
even be
write
like
this
school, though.
essay,
We're never
right?
getting paid in
Yeah.
high
because
school.
I wouldn't even compare it to school because you're doing something you love, like supposedly you
Exactly.
love. You don't.
Yeah.
Hope.
It
You
should-
hope, like-
yeah, and that shows you who really loves it and who really doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, like, if you're taking a risk on yourself, then, like, why wouldn't you, like, bet, too? Like, why are you trying to take a risk but then play safe? Like, oh, I don't, you know, like,
Yeah,
you know?
that's so true.
Bet, like,
go
again,
all in. Like, you're
bet
already going
on
all in, so
yourself.
go all in.
That's what
Like,
it is,
you know what I mean?
I've never met a doctor that's like, yeah, I'm kind of dabbling in this.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever met a doctor like that? It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna do 8 years of school just for fun. That doesn't make any sense. I'm just gonna be a lawyer for a bit. Like,
How
I'm
much
just
it
dabbling in
costs.
this.
I just want to try it out.
I just want to try it. Let's see how it does. Like, it makes no sense as a creative. That's your career. That's your job. If that's your career and job, why aren't you giving 100%?
Exactly.
Why are you taking a risk? I get it. It's a different, like, actually, no, it's exactly the same. Because being a doctor, you have to put in tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars sometimes
Yep.
just to become a doctor.
Yep.
Put in 8 years of not getting paid. Actually, it might be because you get due to residency. But either way, you're not getting paid, and then you finally get the payout.
Yeah, exactly.
But even when you have the payout, you still have to repay
Yep.
stuff.
Facts.
And then eventually, a few years later, you're finally rich. That's the same thing as being an artist. Like, you put the work
Yeah.
in. It takes you it can take you 4 to 8 years. It can take you longer.
Yeah.
And you put in that money, you put in the work, and you eventually get the payout. I just feel like they feel like it won't happen.
Yeah.
But it will happen. Like, no matter, you might not be Drake level, but you'll be at a level where you can live comfortably. And that should be the main thing. I feel like people are either go big or go home or nothing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you can, it's like, go big.
Yeah.
But even if you go big and you land somewhere below that, you still are successful.
Yeah.
You don't need to be Drake to be successful. You
Exactly.
don't need to be Beyonce. You can just be yourself and make it where you are. There's so many artists right now that are like doing what they are doing and just living comfortably. They're not trying to be like Asher Roth. Where's Asher Roth?
Chilling.
Just chilling. He made his money. He's chilling. He didn't want to be the best white rapper alive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, he's not chasing Eminem's ghost.
Yeah.
He's like, I made that shit about college. I'm good, fam.
Yeah.
Like, let me just have my money and chill. And that's what I thought. That's what we're trying to do. Make great art, be able to support your family, and just live.
Yep.
Go where you want to go.
Yeah.
It's like I heard this interview with Russ where he's like, after this, I'm just taking my money. I'm gonna go on an island and just live life.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what it's about.
That's what
Sounds
it's about. You
like
don't
a
have
good
to
idea.
be on the internet trying to prove all the haters
Exactly.
wrong or
Yeah.
prove all. You're here just to make a living
Yeah, man.
and do what you love. So do it. Like, why not do anything else?
Exactly. But man, a lot of people just don't take that in. You know, like for me personally, like yeah, I would love to live the lavish life, but at the same time, it's like I know what type of work that comes with as well.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm willing to put in the work, and I
Yeah.
also understand that's not only going to come from one streamline of
No.
money.
You really can't. Not the way this world works.
Exactly. So
No.
I'd rather
Yeah.
let's all start off with something. Let's all make sure we're comfortable first, and then again, like I'm saying, then you take advantage of all the stuff that you know.
Exactly.
Now, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Now let me take the skills that I've learned in the film industry or in music, and now let me apply that to another business. You know what I mean? Let me apply this to something else, and you can be successful in that as well, and you can grow your brand or whoever you are, and everything that you have around you and the people that you have around you by doing that. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. He's out here speaking facts.
Facts.
But yeah, get on the grant game, guys, because the grant game is serious. Like,
We should probably, maybe not now, but another episode, just
we need
label,
to
name all the grants.
That's what
man.
we were saying before. Like, we
Like,
really do need to break
just
down
gotta-
all the grants
we
and
gotta
what
say
they're
them
kind
all.
of about.
Like,
Because we could probably do that soon.
I think one part is like people not applying for them. The other part, a lot of people just don't even know them.
No, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do
Like, I feel like,
I'm gonna do a nice little shameless plug.
Yeah.
We should do a YouTube video on it on our channel.
sure,
Yeah.
I'm down.
It'll just be a lot easier than just
Yeah.
talking
Fair
about it on a podcast because mans are gonna have to listen to an hour or whatever, and then we get to the
Yeah.
fucking grant bullshit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So if we just made a quick YouTube video or
We should do
something
that.
about it for the artists here in the city, then that would be great. Just because, man, a lot of people don't know it. You guys didn't know about a lot of them either.
Nope.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just like making sure that everybody has the same information. It's again, we're not out here competing. We're just
We
trying
can
to
all eat,
make
yeah.
sure everybody's
Yeah.
eating. I don't know who's listening to this shit, but I just want to make sure you're eating as well.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Yeah. If you
That's
want to
all it
make
is.
something, like, go ahead and do it. Then, like, you have it. Like
Yeah, man.
you have the opportunity to do it.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter where you are. Like, if you have the idea. Isn't that crazy? Like, you doesn't matter, like, where you're from. Like, it actually helps if you're a bum. Like,
Like legit.
that's so fucked.
It's crazy, yo.
Yeah, it does
It really does help. Yo.
in some ways. Yeah.
When you can start figuring out these grants and how to like kind of finesse them, if you will.
Yeah.
Yo.
It's part finesse, part truth. Like, you're speaking your truth if you're talking about where you come from, no matter what, at the end of the day. Like, but it does sometimes feel like you're, milking it a little bit. But that's that feel because it is, like, that's what you're doing. You're selling yourself, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if you don't milk it, someone's gonna milk the shit out of you, yo.
Someone's gonna.
Real shit.
Yeah.
Sounded
They're gonna
weird.
milk you fucking dry if you sign your shit to the
the
label.
bone, yeah.
But
To
that's
the
the thing,
bone,
because
yeah.
like you said that it feels like you're kind of like finessing, or you feel like you're selling yourself.
Yeah.
I don't see it like that. I see it like that's just who you are.
No, so, like, see, at first it feels like that.
Yeah.
Now, everything I say is, like, completely
It's the
true.
truth.
Yeah.
Because like I just see it like there's a pastor that said this. The gifted people don't know they're the ones that are gifted. So like you said, like a label's watching you. They know you're gifted. You're here going to be trying to be modest, like, oh, I don't want to ask for this much. I don't want to be this person. I don't want to act like I'm that big when I am that big. But you are.
Yeah.
You are who you are. And you should be proud of who you are because you're a one in a lifetime individual. Every single person here is a one in a lifetime individual. There would never be anyone else but you.
Exactly.
And that's why you have to say it.
There we are. We are back. All right, yo. Let's get to the shits. What's going on, man?
Okay. So when me and Lisa were upstairs, right?
Yeah.
I was like, it's great meeting you guys because you guys are like my age. And I felt like my whole life I've been dealing with people like younger, like 20 to 23. And those people are idiots. If I'm being completely fucking honest.
I feel you.
And like,
Well, Ian's
he's-
younger, but
sorry.
we're teaching him.
I'm like
He's hanging on the
23.
bone
I'm
now.
like 23 in like
You're
a few
almost
months.
there. You're
Yeah, he's
almost there. You're almost there.
Yeah.
And it's like they feel like they have so much responsibilities and so much shit they have to do in life when they really don't. If you still live with your mom and your dad, they took a big responsibility off your hand, which
Yeah.
is owning land. You don't have to fucking pay a mortgage. You
Yeah.
don't have to do anything. That's a big
That's
step,
facts.
especially
Yeah.
for anyone. If your parents do that for you, that's a big step for you. Because that shit, especially in Toronto, it's like $2,000 a month minimum just to live here, which is crazy. Not even doing price of like food and everything.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Social
So,
life, anything.
You have one life. Your parents have given you a silver platter. All you have to do is actually just take your chance and live your life instead of being like, well, I got to pay this and I got to do this and yeah, but there's ways to work around it. Like there's just someone who texted me this long message. Basically he's saying he's a pussy. Like literally. He wrote 6 like this is long as fuck. Like this is the longest message I've ever gotten in my life. You don't message me like this if you're my girl. Period. Why you messaging me like this? Don't message me like this. So when I see
say the same thing.
Just act like bitches.
hardest Drake line ever.
Facts.
Ever. You send me this just to be a pussy? telling me like I'm taking so much risk in my music life, and keep on taking risks, keep on pushing it.
Facts.
Why? Oh, I have responsibility. Okay, make that full-time job a part-time job. Take your real passion serious and start making money off it.
Exactly,
Stop being a
switch it.
fucking pussy and not living your fucking life. And I'm tired of it. And you trying to tell me, oh, my situation and your situation is different. Nigga doesn't know me. I'm 26 years old. You're a fucking 20-year-old. Shut the fuck up. You've been an adult for 2 fucking years. Amazing. True, I've been an adult for 8 years and it's been shit. It's literally been shit.
It's not fun.
This stuff that's happened to me, people don't even fucking know. I've been homeless. I've been in jail. I've been so hungry that I couldn't, like, it felt like I was gonna die, like literally die. And I kept on pushing. I kept on trying to live my life and trying to put my life into R&B Radar. And now it's finally making me money. And you know how that feels?
Great.
Fucking amazing. It feels like the best thing in the world. You know why it feels like it's the best thing in the world? Because that's my shit. Exactly. It's not me making a fucking $800 paycheck from fucking Foot Locker. Whoop de fucking do.
Shout out Foot Locker.
What de fucking do? You did that shit. We get it. Yeah. But there's more to that.
Yeah.
And if you're saying this is your passion in life, which is creating, then fucking do it. Who the hell is stopping you? Take this chance now. If you're young, take it now. This is the best time to take it.
It's the only
your
time.
parents are your safety net.
It really is.
If you have a parent that you can crash at their place, they're your safety net. Be broke for a bit.
Exactly.
Try it out. It might make you hungry. It might make you want to try harder. So go try harder. Like, you guys get too cushy. I'm tired of these suburban ass niggas who don't know shit. Who really don't know shit. You've lived. I don't give a fuck what's happened to you. You haven't been here in the trenches.
Kevin, get the horn ready.
Yeah,
I've been
like, I was like, yo, I'm gonna drop it like here.
Don't interrupt him yet. Don't.
It's the facts. I've had cousins who've been shot. I've had cousins who've been stabbed. I have niggas that have been missing. I have niggas that are in jail till this day.
Facts.
And you're here trying to talk to me. Well, I have to pay my car payment. Shut the fuck up. Why the hell you ever take the bus, nigga? Take the bus.
I've been doing it my whole life, so.
Shout
like
out
that
TTC.
So recently, but
pisses me off. Like, it
Can we get a
literally
TTC
pisses me
sponsorship?
off.
Like, fuck, yo.
I feel you on that though, because a lot of people don't understand that everybody's going through shit.
Exactly.
So
I
what?
haven't met someone that hasn't.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
what the
No,
fuck is different?
no excuse.
Why are you so special? You know what
There's
I
no
mean?
excuse.
I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Right now, I work at the Keg. I just got, like I was telling you guys, I just got a couple of other jobs. I work at Mark's, and then I got another job at Michael's. That's a 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. job. So, you know, man's waking up early.
Yeah.
Plus, I do podcasting. I edit our videos.
Wow.
I work with our production company.
Yes,
I come down to this basement. I'm a rapper as well. So if you black out, check out the music. And
yeah, it's
you know what I
impressive,
mean?
man.
And I'm
really
dealing
is.
with shit at home.
Yep,
I have
course.
a girl.
Yep.
I have my own mental shit going on.
So many things.
So why?
And he's the most stable of the three, yo.
Exactly. And I'm the
Like
most
that-
stable in our company. You know what I mean? Mans look at me. They're like, yo, Jamal, what the fuck, yo? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. We'll make it. You know what I mean? Like, this is what we gotta
Gotta
do.
keep it pushing.
A lot of people don't understand they're not the only people going through shit.
Get popped.
You gotta wake the
Burst
fuck
that
up.
bubble.
Wake
I'm
it up.
tired of this egocentric society that we live in, that everyone thinks it's all about me. Like, I've told this story so many times. When I was in grade 8, my dad took me to Nigeria. He also took me to China, Amsterdam, like everywhere, basically. And what that taught me is that I'm not the only person in this world.
Facts.
Period. There's literally a whole country of niggas. Like, not country, a whole continent of niggas. A whole continent. But everyone in America thinks they're the only black people in the world.
Yep.
Like, you have to see, like, there's a whole fucking world. There's way more of you guys out there. You guys don't even know it. And you're here too busy. We're like, oh, my life is so fucking hard. There's niggas in Africa walking 17 kilometers to get water. And you're here complaining about your first world problems.
Facts.
Yeah.
Just work through it.
Work through it.
It's like, I don't get the whole thing, because like, you go to sleep, you wake up, it's the next day. That means life keeps on moving. every time you go to sleep, you wake up the next day, it's another day.
Exactly.
So what? You're just gonna keep on complaining?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna do something about it? And like that's the problem I have with
a lot of people. Let's not say everybody, but a lot of people.
A lot of people.
I feel you on that. Like that's again something that irks me as well. It's like it's just a simple thing. Like you're not the only person on this planet. People are dying every day. People are going through shit every day.
Yep.
People are getting bad news, good news every day.
There's always someone in a worse position than you.
Yeah,
that's
always.
facts.
Always, just
Literally.
always. So that's not a fucking excuse
Exactly.
for anything.
Whatever you want to do in life, you actually have to just do the shit. Like, I hate to sound preachy. I know this is sound like some cult talk today.
Yeah.
But like, it's the simple facts.
Just
like,
do it. We need that Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, we need that Shia LaBeouf. There's so many shit.
I fucking love that.
There's just so
should be a
there's so
button.
much going on in the world.
Learn it today.
There's so much going on in the world, and people don't understand that literally all, in my opinion, all life really is, and I've told these guys this, life, realistically, nothing fucking matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Oh boy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what you're supposed to do in your life is try to live it to the fullest.
Exactly.
Do what you got to do to be happy.
Like it
You know what I
doesn't
mean?
make any sense. When you die, you're dead.
That's it.
You're
You're dead.
And you could die any day too.
Any
That's so
day,
fucking
anything.
Like think
Yeah.
about for example, I'm 26. I started R&B Radar when I was 25, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Tupac did that, he would never have been a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Like he would have died. No one. But instead, what did he do? He started it the second he knew he had it. If you know you have it, just start it. Just go. There's no point of going like I'm gonna start next year. I'm gonna start. What's the point?
Gets you nowhere.
Like I just seen
It's
like
fear.
Kevin A just
A lot
showed
of it
me
is fear.
all this work he's been putting in just to get to what he's doing now. And like that wasn't just like he didn't just pop up out of nowhere. Like the first time I heard your music, I was like, where? He just came out of nowhere. But it's been years
It's a process. Yeah.
of work.
Yeah.
Years of work, and you're here trying like.
And I'm
people are trying to
grateful
be
for
like-
it. I'm so happy that like we didn't pop when we were like 20 or 18.
Yeah.
I didn't have my shit figured out at that time. It
Exactly.
took that time to get
That's
here,
amazing.
you know?
That's the type
Exactly.
of shit where it's like you feel bad for people that are popping off.
Exactly.
Because I'm like, shit, you don't know anything.
Like they think they're better than you, but you're like we'll see, yeah, yo.
we'll see who's actually.
Let's talk in a
here.
year, yeah. Let's talk in a year.
Let's see what's actually
Yeah.
popping just now.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. What was I gonna say? Shit, I forgot. I'm forgetting a lot of my shit right now. Fuck. Somebody speak because I forgot. It's stressful though.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
very
I
stressful.
understand.
Yeah.
I completely get
But
it.
I'm happy I got that rant out. 'Cause
Yeah.
No, it's good. You're
I
gonna have to
feel
deal with
so
that later
calm
if
right now.
man's listening.
Whoever.
I'm gonna
I
call
hope it
him
sits
after
with
this
people,
too,
yeah.
and say
Yeah,
the
no,
same
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, you have to.
Like
That's
if you
what it
felt
is.
personally attacked by it, I hope you realize
hope-
that you have
I
to
hope
like
you realize.
look at it,
Yeah,
and you
I
know.
hope I made you feel like shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I hope
Because that's
I
that's
made
step
you feel that
one.
way.
That's step
You
one.
Yeah.
you like, oh shit, I feel like shit. Then you look at it and you're like, all right, what do I need to do?
Exactly.
And like the only like there's stuff that I've seen stuff like I know I'm very young in the grand scheme of things, but I've seen enough stuff where I can be like, I regret some of the stuff I did. Like actually no, I don't regret anything.
Try
but,
not to. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
just not starting when
Yeah,
I should have
yeah,
started.
yeah.
That's what we say.
I mean, we say
sometimes.
that all the time,
We so-
but-
sometimes
Yeah.
we're
But I
like,
also
damn,
am just-
I
yeah.
kind of wish.
Always wish you started a little
music and
earlier.
Video in high school or even
Yeah.
before high school or whatever.
It's
Just
you were
to
always
prepare
kind of doing
myself.
it, but never did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Because it's like, yeah, like I get everything is meant to happen how it's meant to happen. Maybe you were supposed to do it at this moment
Yeah.
because this is when you're the most ready.
Right.
But like, fuck that. Like I really just wish I started when I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
I like tripped a lot,
Yeah.
but like legit like just trip and
Yeah,
fall
yeah, I get you, yeah.
all the time
Yeah.
until I got so I could like feel it.
Yeah.
And like learn more because there's
Mm-hmm.
so much like I'm tired of seeing people who are 22 23 and they already here because
Yeah.
they started earlier. And like that's how I feel like with the creative you don't want to feel that way.
Yeah.
You want to feel like you've had that moment and you took it. And like if I'm giving you that moment and you can't take it, you're a fucking dumbass. Like
Yeah.
you're actually stupid because this could change your life. Like everyone, like freaking Jay-Z was renting out an office, living there for how long, and then look, he's a fucking billionaire. You could have been that, or you could still
you
be
can
it.
still be that, yeah.
But it takes that time where you go like, this could be a bigger risk than I'm ready for, but you take that risk anyways.
Now let me hop in quick. I kind of got what I needed back now.
Okay.
People, or whoever's going through some tough times and shit, like right now, you got to understand one thing. Especially if you're gonna be in this type of community with the art, music, video, blah 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 blah, whatever. The stuff that you're going through right now is not even hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think it's hard, but when you're working with fucking assholes from labels, you're working with more money,
More pressure.
you're
man.
working with
Yeah.
shitty PR.
Yeah.
You're working with managers, people just trying to take shit out your pockets. You're working with whoever, your family starts switching up.
Yep.
That's when the stuff gets hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, you're blessed. If you're having problems at
Life
work,
is
that's not even a
easy.
problem,
Oh
yo.
my god.
That's
Yeah.
not even
Like
a problem.
when you're on, there's more issues.
when
I
you're
bet.
actually
Yeah,
on,
I bet there
that's
is.
where the
Like
where
the highs
shit
are
hits.
higher, but the like the lows
But
are
the
lower.
lows are
Right now,
even
it's
lower.
we're very like right here. You know, like there's not too much
And, like,
risk in.
this is what you have to see it. Like when you are early into it, you're at your infancy.
Exactly.
And like an infant, you're literally just in like bliss. You don't even know what the world has for you.
Exactly.
And like as a creative, you're right there. You should like take advantage of that. Really like smell the roses and actually like realize that it's going to get harder. Let me break through these little things. Like that thing like crying over spilt milk. Like that's what you guys are doing right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you guys need to get past that.
Yep.
Like it's just
Just focus on what you want to do. Like,
Yeah.
Again, that's why I have the jobs, because I said, you know what, like,
Yeah.
I need to get my money up. I've been saying I need to get my money up, and I've been trying to do the whole let me just freelance it, and it hasn't worked out for me fully. We're figuring stuff out more, figuring stuff out every day, but at the
Yep.
end of the day, I need to pay my bills.
Yeah. I know.
You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, so it's just grind mode. I'm trying to move out. I'm trying to make sure I have more bread in my pockets. I'm trying to take my girl out to pretty places. You know what I mean? It's just why make everything else an excuse? For example, just my girl, she's held me down. She's done everything she needs to do for me. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do I repay her for years and years and years of sitting on the bench and waiting for me to, get my bread up with my art?
Yeah.
Nah, it's time for me to step up as a man and say, yo, okay, it's time to focus on the money. I can still do my art, but I'm going to make sure I can make all this work in 24 hours. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. Like the guy who was talking to me, he was like, when we first started to work together, he basically said, this is when we're going to have to do morning shifts and then be at the studio all night and like be working. He's the one who told me this. So I'm hearing that, but like, then why can't you do it?
The actions.
Like, why, like every second you're not doing your craft, you're like, it's like a waste for you.
Yep. And
As an
somebody
artist.
else is doing it and doing it better.
And doing it better. So
Yep.
if you can't do it because of the money and you need to make the money, which I understand, then right after work, you have to put that work in. You can't.
Yeah, man.
Like, what else are you gonna do? Just lay down and watch Netflix? Like,
No.
you work on your craft, and like
Exactly.
that's what I need. These creatives, like all of you creatives, is put the 10,000 hours in. Like the serious 10,000 hours. I'm not talking about like, oh, I took a year off everything and I worked. I mean like 10,000 hours when you have to pay bills. 10,000 hours when you have to do this and do that. Deal with all these things in your life. You have to put in that work and realize how hard it is.
It's not gonna get easier.
It's not.
Nope.
It's,
Doesn't get easy.
Never.
Might as
There's
well
no
work hard.
easy.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing's
It doesn't get
easy.
easier.
it doesn't get
Nothing's easy. Like
One day you're gonna wake up and you have fucking kids, and then what?
you have a whole,
Then what?
you have a
Then
whole
what?
like other lives
Yeah.
to take care of. And then what's gonna happen?
So you have to get yourself in order first, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like with artists too, the first album is the easiest.
Yep.
It's the second one that sucks. It's the
Yeah,
third
'cause
one.
then you have
Yeah.
Fourth one.
expectations
Yep.
Even
for
expectations. Yeah. It has
So
to
it's
be
like
better
this
than
is the
last.
best part. This is when you can do whatever you want, and then you put it out there, and that's what people are gonna take you as. So if you put out your best work, you better know like the second album you have to do better.
Exactly.
The album after that, you have to do better. You can't fall off, and like that's why you need like it's easy now. It's easy now. No one you're like no disrespect to like any artist out there, but you're not known.
Yeah.
This is
Facts.
this
Yep.
is the best time. No one knows who you are.
Do it.
That means you could be whatever the hell you fucking
Take
want.
all the
Make
risks.
all the music you want. Make all the not the shit music, but make all the mistakes.
Yeah.
Make all the mistakes you need to make.
Yeah.
Get them all
Learn
out.
from them.
Drop that shit. Your
Grow.
SoundCloud page should be full. I'm tired of these fucking artists dropping one single a year.
So stingy. Like, show us what you've got.
God.
Yeah.
Like run your pockets, fam. Like
Man's-
where's the music?
Mans
Like,
love to
drop-
act like they're the best, but I don't see it.
See it.
Fuck that
Why are
one.
you always in the studio but no tracks are coming out?
One track a year.
Why?
That's all I put out.
It's like I'm putting out work.
I don't want to get
fam.
into it.
Wait on it.
Wait on
We all got the same 24 hours. Like that's what these guys are saying. It's crazy.
A lot of people love to talk, but they don't, they don't put in the actions. They love to talk about it. They can't do
Exactly.
it.
I love seeing when people post themselves in the studio because I'm like,
And I don't see anything
Yeah.
until
Ah,
Cute.
yeah.
I can't even lie. I did that. I don't even know where the track is. To be honest with you. Like I don't know where it is. It's gone. I don't even think we're gonna drop it. If I'm being honest with you.
That's
So it's
fucking
like
silly.
it's crazy. Like I would rather like if you're gonna be silent, and then just pop up.
yeah.
But like if you're like, there's so many ways to be like market yourself as an artist, but it's like the way people are doing it now is it's so shit.
Yeah.
That's the reason why they're not getting popping. It's the reason why they have to go to record labels, and like record labels essentially just plant you into the industry.
Yeah.
And like I don't think people understand that. Like the artists that you see and
Yeah.
this artists that are popping on purpose. They're contacting all these platforms, paying them budgets,
money.
putting them up, and making sure you think they're the most popping artist.
These Spotify playlists aren't just made by a guy that loves music.
No,
Nope. Nope.
I don't care what it says.
Except for you.
It's a business. At us.
R&B Radar.
Shout out the R&B Gems playlist. Yeah.
Shout out to R&B. Yes.
Yeah.
We care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The R&B
They're a
Gems.
business. You know,
Seriously.
it's money.
Shout out the radio show, which would be out. If we
Yeah.
release it
Yeah.
on Wednesday, it'd be out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then, right?
Yeah.
Talent over clout.
Yeah.
You've got it.
Yep.
But like, oh, I forgot what I was gonna say.
I should get you a plug.
Yeah. We got.
Still a plug-in.
No, that was a nice plug though.
Exactly.
But like with the whole just they force it on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I seen it. Like I'm gonna say like Meg Thee Stallion was forced. I seen it when it
Yeah.
happened. I seen when she got signed
She
by
popped up out of
300.
nowhere. You
The-
guys are
yeah.
not
It's-
She was
Yeah.
still doing the same stuff before.
Yeah, I did
It's
not
just
know
that
her, though.
after
Yeah,
she
it's
signed with
so-
certain management
Then
and
she's
certain
everywhere.
people,
She's on
she
every
started-
feature,
those
every-
things that
yeah.
she was doing
It's insane.
was on everything.
Yeah.
She's been twerking.
Yeah.
She's literally been twerking.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden her twerking ends up on the Shade Room. It ends up on Complex.
Hot
It
Girl
ends
Summer.
up on Double XL. Next thing you know, she's the biggest artist, and then they go like, "Oh, let's get the baby. Let's make him do that shit too." And then you got the
the baby's
Oh,
pretty
click,
big, isn't he?
yeah,
Interesting. The baby just came out.
Maybe.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it's like
it's all connected.
with this whole marketing thing and like how they do it is so stupid because like yeah, you get popping people, but it's like, are they the right popping people? Like, don't get me wrong, those are talented individuals,
Yeah.
but you should make it fair, in my opinion. Like, if any artist should be able to be on the same platform. Like, I'm tired of, that's why I started R&B Radar, and we get underrated people.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make any sense to me why you are only putting someone with a blue check mark and 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. I love
You-
when
you're
I see
telling
they
me
have
you-
less than 1,000 listeners.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
I love that. That's actual. That's
Yeah.
that's someone that needs to be showcased. How you a
Facts.
platform that showcase artists that are already popping, or
What is
are
that?
you
Yeah.
just trying to get their clout? off them?
Exactly.
And that's how I see it. That's how I'm trying to change marketing because it's supposed to be organic. You're supposed to be like like The Rock, the people's champ.
Yeah,
That's who you're supposed
Yeah.
to be.
exactly.
And I feel like they force the champs on us.
And a lot of you niggas in the city are not that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Facts.
and that's another thing. The Toronto community, the Toronto creative community, they do not support each other. All you guys, and I'm gonna say this,
we brought this
straight
up
up.
before.
We brought this up.
We had about a half a podcast.
I believe we. Yeah.
No, but I'm a dumbass.
Bring it up again.
I'm gonna bring it up one more
Bring
time.
it up
'Cause
again,
all you guys are fucking clout chasers. Every single one of
Fuck,
you.
who isn't nowadays?
Every single one of you.
Trash ass.
That's perfect.
Trash ass niggas. All of you. I'm despicable ass niggas.
He wants to
Out
smoke.
here. Out here
I
thinking,
believe you.
y'all really, did you really fuck with them or you just fuck with OVO? I'm tired of these fucking ass, trash ass niggas. I'm trying to go into listening parties and I just see all these guys are just with each other because they have clout, but they don't even fuck with their music. Why the fuck am I at these things? No one's dancing. Someone's playing R&B. No one's dancing. No one's trying to whine on a gal.
Yeah, no one can catch your line,
Nothing.
man.
It's crazy.
Not even
It's
one.
crazy.
Not even a single wine.
None of you guys support each
Get one
other.
wine. Can we get just one?
And it's like you guys don't support each other, and then you say, "Yeah, this is why we don't get put on, bubble," because you guys don't put each other on.
It's you.
Exactly.
You're the problem.
Everyone's moving so selfish.
Yeah, you're trying to keep everything for yourself. Then
Fuck
why do you
that.
think anyone's trying to try to
That's
give
all
you
we
anything
need.
then?
Like learn a lesson from like people like Odd Future.
Yep.
Learn a lesson from like the Wu-Tang Clan. Learn a lesson from Atlanta, fucking Georgia. Like see how they cultivate each other.
Atlanta through
cultivate
all
their
the
talent.
years.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
And then what do they do? Like Toronto, we have 2.2 million or 2.6 million people. How the hell can we not make superstars?
It's bigger than Atlanta. Fuck. We're
How
bigger.
can
Like the
we not?
Like-
fourth or fifth most populous city in
Very
North
true.
America. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's
We really
yeah.
And like actually think about how big we are, but we don't have anything.
Yeah.
Where's our top shows? Where's our top culture? Why do we do this? We literally sit down, turn on the TV, and watch America.
Yep.
Like why? Why?
It makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
We
A lot of
have
us want
our
to be
own
American,
culture.
like in the city.
Yeah.
We really do. Like,
We really do.
Like,
We
I don't
niggas
know
wanna
why.
be
Americans
I don't know
so
why,
bad.
but
But I know more about Trump than I know about fucking the
Justin Trudeau.
Justin
Exactly.
Trudeau.
I don't even know about our
bro.
politics.
Yeah.
Right, and the
Barely.
election's coming up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
October
I
21st.
thought I
Shit.
liked
gonna be out. Go
That's
Justin
very
Trudeau
sad.
until I
But
seen the
that's the thing.
blackface shit.
I'd hate to go. I'd hate to say go vote,
Yeah.
and I'm a nigga that doesn't even
Yeah, I
know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's like I feel horrible for not voting. Don't get me wrong, but the way people need to realize the power of media, and the media makes me feel like our government really doesn't matter. It makes
Yeah,
me feel like
whichever
I
one
should
you
be
pick, you're
more
fucked.
focused
Like, it
on
feels like that.
America and what's going on in America. Like I've seen like no offense to like even like the black community here, but I've seen them going like jumping on the Black Lives Matter movement in America, acting like we have the same exact problems here, and when it's
Yeah.
at a far worse rate over
Yeah.
there. I get you're trying to
not
support them, but don't act like you're in that same thing.
yeah, it's not comparable.
Yeah.
I don't think it
You
is.
get what I'm saying? You're
Yeah.
not part of
Very
that
true.
culture.
Yeah.
We have like some gun laws at least. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
and
some.
it's not as
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Like we have it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be like that Uncle Tom guy,
I
but
get
like,
you, bro.
but like,
You're right.
we adopt their culture so much that everything they do is what we do, and like,
It doesn't need to be.
In fact, I think the gun rate is going up because of illegally imported guns that are coming through America. It's like we want American guns too, you
You
know? It's
niggas
like,
want to be Americans
Yeah.
so bad. You
Yeah.
want their problems. You
Yeah.
want all that shit. You want their
like you
diesel.
don't.
You want all
Why
that
do you
shit.
have a gun and you're in Canada?
yeah.
For what?
No.
What
yeah,
are
that's
you
dumb.
trying to shoot?
Unless you're hunting or something.
Why?
But,
A
like, fuck.
beaver? Like, what are you trying to get? Like, what are you trying to do here? Just leave it alone. Like, I don't care. Like, it's way too cold here for
Yeah.
you to be doing that shit. Like, there's it's way too cold.
It's cold out here. Not in the streets.
Yeah.
Who's
It's
trying to
cold,
literally
yeah.
catch a body in negative 40? Like negative 40. I'm really not trying to do that.
Niggas is dedicated.
Dedicated. Like, you know how dedicated you have to be
To
to
fuck
be
with
like, imagine you're at your house. Like, I'm about to go catch this. Let me get my jacket on.
Let me shovel the driveway.
Let me show. Yeah. Let me
got
warm up
niggas
my
on the
car.
outside.
You have to warm up your car. Do all this. By the time you're done out your damn
Yeah,
driveway,
yeah.
you shouldn't even want to shoot someone.
Exactly.
Like, you should just want to go in your house and have hot chocolate.
And go hug your mom.
Go
Holy
shit.
Should be hugging our moms, yes.
But it's like, it just kills me. Like, this city, like, we need to support each other.
Yep.
There's no like I remember when we used to go by Screwface and how we used to like no one makes it up. Blah blah blah. I get it, but like
People thought that was so cool.
Yeah, like
we're
people don't take
so
what they're
New
saying,
York.
what
Like
they're
I don't
promoting.
They're losers.
like please just like can we just support each other? That's all I care about because like
Literally.
we have the talent. Like I've told you guys before, like we are the mecca of R&B. I don't give a damn who's popping right now. I don't care if Summer Walker's got it, LMA. We have it. It's just that they don't see it, and
They're
and the reason they
overlooking
don't see it is because y'all keep on running to LA. I'm tired of y'all running to LA.
Yeah.
I get it. Whatever. We can make it here. Like, how did they make it there? Didn't they just make it? Like, didn't they start something up? Didn't they start making infrastructure? Didn't they start making their own labels in their own cities?
Yep.
Why don't we do that? Like, it makes no
Since
sense.
we want to
to me.
copy so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you copy the formula then of
Copy
what they're
the
doing?
formula.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Make it
You want to
here.
be ATL so bad? Why don't you just be
Do
like
it.
yeah, do what they're
ETL
doing?
here.
Yeah.
It just
Better
makes
than
no
ATL.
Exactly.
sense.
Better than ETL. Yeah, let's do it.
Yo, can we hit the horn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For everything. Yeah.
That was a rant by Tommy.
Yeah. Right.
No, but it's nothing but facts there.
Yeah.
Yep.
but
We're
artists
gonna
just need to get
wrap this
together.
one up soon. We're gonna wrap this part of the thing.
That was a good
podcast.
topic though. Yeah.
But it was a good just rant because again we didn't have to speak that much, and
Yeah.
it's stuff that we've already spoken about on
Yes.
here on the podcast. So again, like if you're hearing shit being repeated to you by several
sign.
people, it's a
Right.
fucking sign.
Yeah.
Like we're bringing in guests and
I
they're saying the
fucking-
same shit.
I
Like,
hate
every
saying this
single-
sometimes, but I love my city, bro. It's corny to say sometimes, but I love our city, man. I really do. But it's like, how are we gonna? We'll get to that just now.
Yeah.
How are we gonna grow if we're not doing it together?
We
Exactly.
can't do it alone. All of us. We can't individually all do it alone.
Exactly.
And why would you want to do it alone?
It's so much fun doing it together.
Because mans are selfish.
Exactly. Don't you guys just want to win together?
Nope.
No. Weird. Oh, okay.
Good.
I'm not gonna do it.
Good.
This is the Lost and Talks podcast, the most lit podcast.
Was it in history?
Yeah.
What?
In the history of the world.
In the history of the
Was that what it is? What was it?
history of
History
the
of the world.
That
history of the
works.
world.
Something like that.
I like that.
We just went to the biggest
Yeah.
possible. Yeah.
So, Canada.
Oh, Canada.
That kills me.
That's where I'm from.
Like I was just saying, man.
Yeah.
I as corny as it sounds sometimes, I'm still trying to get used to saying this sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's not because I'm ashamed of where I'm from. I'm not embarrassed or anything like that. It's just I've never thought I'd be that guy. I was like, yeah, I love my city.
Yeah.
You know? You know what I mean? But I fucking love my city.
Yeah.
I really love Toronto. You guys piss me off a lot.
Yeah.
Shit's expensive out here.
It really is.
Hella
Fuck.
expensive.
It's barely affordable.
But at the same time, we have some great music out here.
Yep.
Got some great creatives out here.
Yeah.
Amazing jerk chicken.
Amazing
Great
jerk chicken.
Facts. Jerking.
Some good roti.
This is good fucking food here in general.
Some good food.
Shit.
This is, I remember Killy saying in an interview, he was like, yo, Toronto is one of the only places you can get a jerk shawarma.
Yeah.
Yo,
Facts.
Facts, man.
that's crazy. That's a mix of two cultures in the
People
one.
don't even know what Hakka food is outside of Toronto. Think about that, you
That's-
know?
That's
I
wild.
put him on Taka. He fucking loves it. I'm dying for some fried rice right now.
Hakka.
Yo,
Hakka
Hakka is
is-
my crack.
That's
I don't think
Scarborough,
anybody.
bro.
I don't
Like,
think
fuck.
anybody doesn't
Yeah,
like.
they have a
Nobody
location out
like
in
doesn't like
Scarborough,
it.
yeah.
I will kill for that. Like legit.
Hakka and
I
Scarborough
I
is
dare
amazing.
someone to try to take that out of my hand. I will stab you.
That's a
Oh
Toronto
my
invention.
God.
Like that's a
It really
Toronto
is.
thing. Yeah.
Do you also, just a fun fact of the day, did you guys know that McFlurries were made here as well?
Wow.
In Canada?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
McFlurry gang.
say a word.
I love Toronto. Why am I doing the Barack Obama?
I love Toronto.
I love it.
I love our city. And you know what I hate?
What?
When motherfuckers make fun of us for being from
Leave
here.
my Timmy's alone.
You know what I mean?
I don't want to
like,
hear it.
Like, but it's like
rude,
man doesn't even
man.
have an option of choosing.
Yeah.
Like,
I was born here. What do you want?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't get
You
a
get-
card in the womb and saying, "Yo, where do you wanna?"
Where do you wanna-
don't
where
sign
do you wanna
up
live,
when
man?
come out.
You know?
Like,
It's,
I
it's,
didn't pick
it's
it.
tough out here.
And like, yeah, like you're acting like we chose this. we just happen to be from here, and not only that, we have the richest culture. I don't give a fuck. Like, there's a few places that I'll put up there with us. People like up there with us is like New Orleans.
Yes.
Like they're up there.
Yeah.
Atlanta might be up there. Like Florida, like the Florida area is kind of up
crazy,
there.
yeah.
They have a nice culture. We have that culture too, and you guys have like made fun of us. Like I remember like when Drake started doing all that patois shit. Even though it was corny, don't get me wrong, it was hella corny.
Yeah.
It was still our culture.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And like y'all were acting like he was appropriating something. He wasn't. How could you appropriate your own thing? This is us. And like I feel like people need to realize who we are.
Yeah.
And like put like it's not just like what Drake's doing. We're way more than that. And like yeah, we have our own personality, though, our own gritty nature. But that's why I love so much about our city. Like I hate this city, but I love it so much.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a love-hate relationship.
It really
It
is.
is. But it's just like, fuck, where else am I gonna go?
Exactly.
And where else do I want to be, really?
Don't really want to go anywhere else. Like,
Healthcare, every
Exactly.
time-
Because I remember I even thought about it. Like one day I was like,
Every
yo,
time I
I'm
think about
like
it.
we should just go to LA. Then I was like,
No.
wait.
I like free healthcare.
Like healthcare is amazing.
Earthquakes, forest fires.
That's what I'm
yeah, like I don't even know if that place
saying.
safe. Like,
Yeah.
Being here is the best thing that you can do with your life.
Yeah.
It really
I
is.
never,
It
do
really
we even
is.
get tornadoes?
Nope.
No,
we can't
they
get
do in
tornadoes.
Ottawa.
Yeah.
we just get like snow.
That sucks for them.
Big fucking
And
deal.
they just get more snow than us too. Like
They do.
Yeah.
Here's
They really
the
do.
perfect spot to
Yep.
be.
Yeah, like it has all
it's
4
nice.
seasons, which is great. You get to enjoy all of it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Winter
the summer's a
humbles
little
you.
hot and the winter's a little cold.
It's not like Montreal, like Ottawa cold though.
Yeah.
So.
No, not even. We don't even get that much snow nowadays.
No.
I swear.
We went to Ottawa and Montreal.
Yeah,
and
fuck,
when
I shouldn't.
Back, it was February. When I came back, I zipped down my jacket. I'm like, it's warm here.
Yeah, it's
But
warm as
it was
hell here.
negative like 20 how
Yeah.
much
Exactly.
in Ottawa.
They're
the
the
night before.
Eskimos.
And that's the funny thing too
Why
is like
Eskimos over
New York
there?
is fucking colder than us, and they'll still be saying
Still
like,
go,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Shit for what?
It's bricks out
Their
here.
whole
Like,
football stadiums are getting caved in by snow and
Hell
shit.
yeah.
Like they have like fucking hurricanes and shit like in New York. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Exactly.
Even a hurricane.
New York has worse
They
weather
wear
than us.
Timbs
Oh, for
just like
sure.
us.
They get
Like,
flooded
why
and
you guys
shit.
acting like we ain't you?
Yeah.
And they wear Tim's maybe more than us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they have newborn kids coming out the womb with Tim's. It's a problem. It's an epidemic. Something going on. But
For
yo,
no reason.
love my city, man.
Yeah.
But I just hate feeling like I can't tell people that I'm from here for whatever reason.
Either because it's a joke
I
or
always
yeah,
whisper it.
yeah.
Like I'm like, yeah.
And it's not even to the other mans that are from Canada. It's just to people that are
Not
outside
here.
of
And
the
you know what
city,
too? It's like
outside of
even
this
on the
country.
other level too, like telling other people from Toronto, having to say like I'm from Scarborough, they're always like, oh, so it takes
I
so
hate
long
that.
for you to like get here and like
They-
you know
they-
like that
they-
sympathy
they
thing.
They like sigh,
Yeah.
like they feel sorry for
Yeah.
you. I'm like, you're like,
Yo,
well, suck.
well, I won't
Like,
even
fuck.
lie. Shut up. Scarborough's far as
Oh yeah, it is. It's far.
It's
Well,
a deep
I
end.
won't lie.
It's pretty large though.
It's
Where
the
he,
deep
where we
end.
are right now, it's out in the middle of nowhere. I would say.
because like what we were talking about today. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's Scarborough at the border.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
That's
there's
what everyone
the
thinks
Vern.
about.
Yeah.
There's like Kennedy
Vern block.
Station,
Yeah.
and then there's like here,
Yeah.
which is like a big difference.
And that shit's deep, but I
Yeah.
get it. But there is like even Scarborough within itself, there's a culture here
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
people sleep on, and
Yeah.
like that's what
Yep.
like I feel like we need to start. Just how like New York has the Bronx, and then there's Brooklyn, and there's Harlem.
Yeah.
We need to start pushing that more, and like which I love with the 6, but I feel like no one gets what the 6 is out of.
Yo, people in
Canada.
Brampton be saying 6. Like,
Yeah.
I'm tired.
all these
Leave
Toronto
yourself out
phonies,
of
man.
this.
And like
Yo,
I
you're
hate
Brampton.
I hate the fact that like Americans don't get it. This thing is Drake saying
Yeah.
6 because of 416 and 647, but they don't also understand we have 6 boroughs.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And
They
the
all
boroughs
have
like
distinct
Etobicoke
cultures
and
too.
all
Like we
that.
could
True.
really start. Yeah, we could do exactly what New Yorkers doing. Like, and we
Yeah.
should be doing that.
Yeah.
And we can be doing that
Yeah.
if we start getting more
And it's about like supporting each other too, like within those
Exactly.
communities.
And, like
you know?
we need to create more moments within our culture.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't have taken Drake and Tory Lanez that long to get together and make a track.
Yeah.
Did they even make a track?
Did they?
I don't even think they made a track. They just took a picture together. Like
They just did that, and they did a performance. or
Yeah,
something
no
together.
track, no track yet.
no track, and it's like, why not?
Where's it
Why,
at?
why do Nas and Jay-Z have a track together? What? Like,
Yeah.
the two big people out of our city don't have it, and it's like
Jay-Z got ethered.
Yeah.
And they got tracks.
Yeah.
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 And it's like, it's cool. It's like, we need that unity within our city. We need to join, all the boroughs need to get together.
Mm-hmm.
We need to create our own media.
Yeah.
We need to push that media into the States. We need to show the people what we have. We need to showcase it more. So they understand it. We need our own BET. Like, we need our own, we had, like, what's that shit called? Much?
Yeah, much.
Yeah, that shit
How
was,
many years ago?
yeah, that was not that great. But we need, like, but we need to, like, push that in more.
Yeah.
And get more into their markets than them, us being into, like, because, for example, like, there's artists I know. Shout out to Dion. I need to give him a plug. Tyshawn Dion. I almost forgot his name still, but Tyshawn Dion. That's my nigga. Amazing rapper. He realizes how diluted America is. He's like, me trying to be a rapper, that's a dime in a dozen. Like legit.
Yeah.
And he's like, and when I hear him rap, he raps so much like what we are used to here. And he's like, what? It's like, how do I make it into your market? Like, the fact that artists now want to come to Toronto
Yeah.
to make
Yeah.
it here.
But we have people from Toronto
Trying
afraid
to
to
leave.
take
Yeah.
that risk.
Like,
trying to leave.
you guys, there's people trying to take, we have, like, there's a sound that is with our city that we have. I'm not going to say that's our sound. There's a sound that they know.
Yeah.
And there are Americans right now copying that exact sound.
Yep.
Taking your shit.
Taking our shit. And instead of you guys being like, that's our shit, and like trying to push each other up, you guys are running to them.
just run
It's
over
like,
there.
let's have a track
Let's
together.
go join them.
Yep.
And it's
Yeah.
like,
Fuck it.
and this whole, like, if you can't beat them, join them. Nah, we can beat them.
Yes.
Keep trying.
Keep on trying. Like, I understand they're huge. They're like, we're kind of like David. They're Goliath.
Yeah.
But we can like keep on pushing. Like we did it with the Raptors, and they
We're
don't
fucking
even.
champions, yo.
We're champions. And
That's
the
so
thing,
weird.
We'll say that. We're like, fuck, we're champions.
Yeah.
and like
That's
they try,
crazy.
and they try to like take it away from us.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Kawhi can't. Oh yeah.
Clay was injured.
Clay was
KD
this,
was
but
injured.
I've seen Miami get Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and LeBron James, and still lose a championship.
Yeah.
Facts.
So I've seen Golden State get draft picks and dominate the league, while people who created that, a whole power team, lose.
Yeah.
So it's like, what we did was special, and what we did was amazing. We're the first Canadian team to win an NBA championship.
Facts, man.
Period. We're the only Canadian team left.
Crazy.
And like, not only even before that, we kept on winning. Like it wasn't like we weren't going to the conference finals. Like we were doing it. We were putting in work.
It was happening sooner or later.
Yeah.
Because we were
getting there.
we were consistent in the playoffs.
And then
whatnot.
Kawhi was one but a trade that helped us get over that hump, and we won. And like, if we can do that, and you've seen the parade. Well, how many people have ever come out for any other
We
parade?
woke
There
up
were
at
more
9
people at the
a.m.
parade
and
than
we're
there are in
like,
Toronto.
It's
Jam-packed.
insane. People traveled from everywhere for that
Yeah.
thing.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
We
Yeah.
did that. They'd seen it when we had the All-Star
Yeah.
game. We did that.
Yeah.
You see what we done with, like, when we championed Drake, what happened? When we champion our artists, what happens? But why aren't we doing that more?
Yeah.
Like, it makes no sense to me. There's so many freaking great R&B artists, rappers in this city right now that no one's putting on because they don't have the right connection. Oh, you're talented, but like you don't got the clout. And it makes no sense to me because like if you're talented, wouldn't you want to put someone on? Like when I heard you for the first time, the first thing I thought about is letting people know who the hell did I just hear. Let them know this is
Isn't
an
that the
artist.
best part of like music journalism or like
Sharing
whatever
it?
you want to do?
Yeah,
Isn't that
yeah,
your job at the end of the day? Like,
Like,
yeah.
that's
Find-
how I know
yeah.
you're doing
Yeah,
it for
unknown
the wrong
artists.
reason.
Yeah.
I did this when I started my company. It was literally because I always felt like I was the aux cord. I always felt like because I knew so many people and I been around so many different artists and stuff, like I knew songs that maybe people weren't onto. I knew songs that maybe people, if they knew about it, they would love it. So like when I heard that, like when I started this, I just wanted us to just put people on. That's it.
That's it.
And it's like, isn't that your job as a journalist?
Exactly.
To put people on?
Yeah.
Aren't you supposed to be the tastemaker? Are you supposed to be the gatekeeper? Are you supposed to be the person that
I've gotten
lets people
emails
know?
back where it's like, hey, this is really nice, but like, you know, want to see more of a following first, you know? I'm like,
That's
you know,
that's-
like,
that's
great,
that's-
cool, yeah.
that's
cool. Thanks,
disgraceful.
yeah. That's useful to me, yeah.
Like I
Fuck
don't
that.
even want
That's
to put this
annoying.
guy on blast, but like there's a journalist that I know who literally I will give them artists that have no clout. Their song will come out on Friday. I say, let's get the article out by Friday. This article comes out like 3 weeks later.
Crazy.
And then they see I'm connected to an artist. I don't want to say the artist's name, but she's someone who's higher clouded.
Yeah.
Said, hey, can I write an article for her? Done right there. And it just made me laugh because it's like, if it was done that quick for this clout, and it's like, and the thing that kills me, I feel like he didn't even like the song. That's the thing that kills me. Like, I just feel like you just like the following.
Yeah.
And you want to put that in your story and let everyone know, look what I did. She gave me a shout out and shit like that, instead of trying to actually put people onto music. And I feel like they don't understand the impact of what their articles have. Because don't get me wrong, the impact has lessened because of how many platforms are out now.
Exactly.
But you can still make it matter by making moments. Not only just copying and pasting their fucking press release, slapping a couple links on it, and then putting the picture up and saying, this is, here you go. You should put thought into it.
Yeah.
And like, that's the reason why it's diluted, because everyone's doing fast press. Everyone's just trying to get clicks. No one actually cares about what they're putting out anymore. And
then that causes people to not pay attention either, and they don't care because they're not gonna read it.
Yeah,
because they know you don't care about like what you wrote.
There's so many articles I read. I was like, I know you paid for this.
Exactly.
Yeah,
nothing's
off.
Yeah.
It's not authentic.
I know you
like,
paid for this. This is why, like, especially with like R&B Radar, I didn't want to make a blog because I was like, I'm not gonna write your articles.
Yeah,
they're gonna know you paid for it.
Exactly.
There's no point. I wanted to be genuine. Like when I promote artists, I want it to feel genuine. Don't get me wrong, I want to get paid too, but I still want it to feel genuine. I actually have to like your music to work with.
And there's a way to make money off of doing the thing that like that, and in the way that's good, you know. Like,
because like, instead of trying to be like, people need to stop this whole like writing shit. Like I understand, okay, but you like, where we're going to is media. When I mean media, is like visuals. Just drop content. Everyone's doing it now. You like every article, like how like what's that guy's name? No Jumper.
Yeah.
How he has a podcast and he made it into a platform and then he made it into a label.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's how you create your platform. Lyrical Lemonade, what did they start on? Music videos just by Cole Bennett, which were freaking awesome. Yeah. Like, he was ahead of his time.
He really was, yeah.
And then now he's able to do whatever he wants. He puts artists on. Don't you guys want to do that?
He's at a point where, like, you get a Lyrical Lemonade video,
it's over.
You're on. Like, he's the new MTV in a way. Like, you could almost say that.
Why can't we all create that? We're in the internet. The internet is the gatekeeper. So find your niche, build that platform, and then promote to the artist. Promote the artist that you want to promote. But the only way you can do that is by genuinely liking these artists and genuinely liking what you're doing. I feel like a lot of them just want to sell placements, get money, and like, that's it. That's their job. But like, you have to put extra care into promoting an artist. And that's like what I try to do. Like, I try to make sure everyone understands, like, when I'm promoting this artist, like, I bump this every day. Yeah. This is not like, okay, I don't care about this. Yeah. I want you to understand, I bump this every day. She can attest to that. Yeah. How much songs I put out, and I'm like, she sees me dance to it all day.
All day. It's like, annoying sometimes.
See? Like, I'd be like singing the lyrics, rapping the lyrics, whatever it is. And she'd be trying to get my attention, but I'm just like in the music because that's what I love so much. Music is what I love so much, and that's what I want to promote. So like, I just don't get how these blogs like Complex, Double XL, all these blogs that don't give a fuck. Like, I'm tired of seeing the Double XL freshman list. I'm tired of it.
Boring.
Don't show. No, it's not even. Yeah. These are the worst picks.
It's becoming a joke
every year.
Everyone complains about the picks. Yeah. It's just a joke.
And they do it on purpose. I feel like they do it on purpose now.
They're just trolling.
It's literally
now they're almost trolling at this point.
Because you're just gonna talk shit about that person. Exactly. Give them more likes.
They're getting clicks.
No, I do. Like, the last list, I didn't even look at it. I don't even know who was on the list. I was like, I do not even want to partake in it. Yeah.
And it sucks because it's like, when it started, it's like, I kind of like the ciphers and like, you know, seeing that shit, like, it was good. And then when it was like,
great idea.
Yeah. And then, but I don't know, they started chasing the cloud after that.
I hate to see it.
Because the last few lists have been bullshit.
Like, and you know what? Fuck them over. This is what I think. This is why I think they're chasing the cloud now. because the only way you can monetize off something like that is through advertising. So advertisers want certain numbers, and the only way you can get those numbers is by having people who get clicks.
Yeah.
And that's how they fucked up.
They all got those sponsors. You see it.
But the thing is, like, they got the sponsors for a bigger bag. They could have not had the sponsors, and just done it out of the love to promote people, and still made a bag.
Exactly.
It's a condom, right? They're sponsored by a
Magnum,
condom.
yeah.
It's a fucking condom.
And then I think Sprite too. I think it's
Yeah.
Sprite and
Sprite.
condoms.
It's right, yeah. Interesting, yeah.
It's a good match.
So
Isn't it
it's
Sprite? Oh, it's Mountain Dew, right? That kills you, serum.
Yeah, Mountain Dew.
Never mind.
They got the right ones.
Yeah.
do they actually kill you for?
Yeah, you shouldn't be drinking
That's
Mountain
been
Dew.
like a. Is that true?
I don't know.
thought that
I've
was like
never
an old
confirmed.
rumor.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like a
Yeah.
joke.
It's one of those ones where it was like
You hear it in school. You're like,
hear
all
it in
right,
school,
yeah.
almost like the whole Sierra thing.
Yeah.
I thought Sierra had a dick for at least 8 years.
Bro, I still think this. I don't care. I don't know. I'm not too sure.
No, I'm not even lying. Like sometimes when she puts up pictures, I kind of look just to see if there's a bulge.
Bro.
Like I'm dead serious.
You're just
That rumor.
I don't know
kinda
what it
fucked
was
me
about
over.
the people who were so convinced about it, because when they said, yo, and you're just like, and you just believe it. You're like, why do I believe this from so much?
This is nonsense.
He's like, yo, look. I'm like, I don't see it, but I believe you.
Trying to see it now.
Because it'll be like, when did this come out? We were like
Yeah, we were kids.
I was like
eight.
grade 6, yeah.
Yeah, we were like 8.
Yeah.
Taking another 8-year-old told you about this,
Yeah.
and you believe that 8-year-old.
You're like, damn, you're right, bro.
Like, you're right. Like, yo, Devontae, you were right about that. Like,
Shout out Sierra though.
Yeah.
And I remember when Bow Wow was like, "No, I seen it."
Oh, yeah.
That was savage.
And she's all woman. Like when she
Killed me, bro.
that killed me.
That's
Like I'm the
crazy.
only thing in her doghouse. Like that shit killed me.
That's fucked. Let me just a quick other rumor. I hate to talk about this. Just regarding. Remember that Bow Wow shit with the security guard?
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. I was literally just gonna bring it out. Yeah.
Was that real?
What
I
shit?
think that was real.
What happened?
He allegedly.
Oh, God.
We shouldn't be laughing about this. This is a serious matter.
Yeah.
What happened?
He allegedly got raped by a security guard in the back of a limo. allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
It just sounds ridiculous.
Wait,
That's
a
why we're
male
laughing.
security guard?
It just
Yeah.
maybe okay.
When did this happen?
When he was a kid.
Oh,
he was a kid, right?
This is like maybe
Alright.
not a kid, but this is like around
Back over a bit.
fucking.
So he
Yeah.
got molested.
I didn't know about this
This is
one.
around like Mike times, maybe just
Oh.
like a few.
So he was molested. You said rape. You made me think it was Big Bow Wow.
Oh no.
His Lil Bow Wow. Oh, that makes
Yeah, no, yeah.
That
My
doesn't
bad,
make
my bad. I should have said Lil Bow Wow.
That doesn't make
Was it?
sense.
I thought it
but
was-
I get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was it?
Now I believe
I
that.
don't
know.
I believe
That's messed up. That could be true.
that is fucking messed up. That explains a lot, though.
Oh, God.
What it does.
Man, it's kind of ended there, man. It's good talk.
What are you looking up?
I'm checking it right now.
I actually never heard that before.
Because I thought you were talking about the rumor that time he like got knocked out,
Oh.
like
No.
by like Future or some shit like that, like a Future concert or something.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
There's a few Bow Wow rumors, and they're all like mixing together in my head now. Yeah.
And they had to like. Yeah, I can't even say that.
Can we not say that? Let's pull it up quick.
No, I'm not seeing anything.
Oh.
It was probably a rumor. We'll do some research.
Forget it. Forget it. That's
Forget it, Bow Wow. We love you.
shit.
This guy was hanging out with Bill Clinton.
Oh, we
the
need
other
to
day.
talk. That's another guy I think is a goat. Like other than Soulja Boy, Bow Wow,
Yeah.
the goat.
Bow
I can
Wow-
go on a rant about that, but I won't.
Yeah, we'll chill on that one. Bow Wow knows.
He knows. He knows.
exactly.
Who
He
he is.
deserves a bit more appreciation,
Yeah,
but he's
for
done a lot
sure.
of fuckery, so it's
Yeah.
just like,
That flexing thing was really bad. Yeah.
He just has those moments.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
I think it's because he's short. Napoleon
Yep.
complex.
That's
Like, it's a real thing, yo.
Yeah.
Fans don't know it.
And yeah.
Shit.
welcome back.
We're back.
We are back. Yeah, I feel like I have to burp.
Just
It's right there.
don't do it in the mic.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that'd be really gross. Someone's listening and they're
But it
just
could be a
hear a
good sound bite,
burp.
though.
And be like, ugh.
What we're gonna get to now, though.
Yeah.
We'll get to just so I can get this burp out, hopefully. So we'll get right to the subject matter.
Okay.
We have a tweet up on the screen behind me. I don't know if you can see it or not.
If you're listening, you can't see it. So
Yo, facts, yo.
Facts. She's speaking that real.
I never thought about it like that.
I never looked at it from that perspective.
Wait, the tweet is still up. Okay, cool. So, Mr.
Banks.
Tommy Banks, PR.
Guys plugged in my Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it there.
Oh,
And
follow.
the IG a little bit
And
too.
the IG a little bit. Shouts out to the commenters on the IG.
Yeah.
I see a couple of
Follow
absolutely. I see
me.
an absolutely. I see a thumbs down on
some
this comment.
controversial.
Yeah.
But the tweet was quite controversial. I saw it the other day, and I just didn't want to comment because I wasn't too sure.
We actually were bringing it up last week because when we were talking about topics, I think you brought it up, and we're like,
Yeah. I was like, did you see Tommy's tweet? Like, what do you think? And everyone's like, I don't know.
So-
When I posted it, I'll say this: I was just listening to a woman's album at
Yeah.
the time. So
I feel you. I know those
high
moments.
in the spirit.
You're in the moment. You're feeling it.
But I was saying
There's gems on both sides.
Yeah.
to be
what I
honest.
wanted to say. My original tweet was
Okay, go ahead. Give us the original tweet that you wanted to say, and then give us the actual tweet.
so. The original tweet I want to say is that women have been running 2019
Okay.
for R&B.
right.
Okay.
I then said women's R&B, greater than sign, men R&B. I think they're great together.
So again, you're trying to say
That women are just right now. I feel like women are doing better in R&B than men,
okay.
and I'm saying that because just from what I've seen, LMA killed it.
Uh-huh.
Mahalia.
Mahalia killed it.
Snowmaker.
Killed it. Summer Walker, even though I didn't like her album so much, she's been killing it.
Yep.
Yep.
Who else is?
It was nice to hear some long songs
Yeah,
SZA.
from her.
SZA's been
SZA's
killing
always
it, and
been
like
killing it,
when
yeah.
it comes to male R&B, even when they brought up who the king of R&B is, they were going with Usher, Trey Songz, Chris Brown,
Yeah, I don't.
and like
I
taking,
Right now, or like,
oh,
you know
actually,
what I mean?
I actually
No,
have a thing.
definitely not.
I think women are doing R&B more.
Okay.
I feel like men strayed away from it
Right.
because, like, if you look, like Frank Ocean's been killing it in
Yeah.
my opinion, but I wouldn't consider him purely R&B. Like he's like I don't even know what genre
Got
that
the
is.
burp.
Yeah, he's not in a specific
He's
genre.
not in a specific genre,
It's his own
but like I
sound.
feel like women have been doing the more traditional R&B and have been dominating that traditional
Okay.
R&B.
I feel you.
There's not many men really doing that anymore. Like it's like Chris Brown sometimes and Usher sometimes and then
Yeah.
Trey Songz sometimes.
I don't even like to really count Usher.
Exactly.
Yeah, because he's
He's been here too long.
Yeah.
he's
yeah,
been
he's
here for
old.
a minute.
Yeah.
He's in another era. Like,
He drops the bangers that he did.
No, but that's the thing too. Even like Chris Brown and Trey Songz, like we're not like when you talk about women, you're talking about up and comers. When you talk about the men, it's these guys who've been around for
a minute.
That's why I feel
Yeah.
like women R&B they're just spitting out so many things, and I feel like with men R&B now, like we have Brent Fayez, we have the Daniel Caesars, we have Lucky Day,
We have the Kevin A's.
we have the
Hey.
Kevin A's, we have the Marco McKinnis's, like we have those R&B artists in the male thing, but I feel like they're just not popping. Like you know what I mean? Like they're good.
the women's brands, like when you drop those names, their brands are definitely a lot more stronger and clearer.
They have
Yeah.
a fan base. They
Yeah.
have like people like, and I feel like as a male R&B artist, I feel like it's harder to get those fans because like you're gonna get women who are just gonna think you're sexy, but it's hard for men to like you. Like I feel like men are more into like, oh, I fuck with SZA, I fuck with
Right.
this because she's hot. You know what I mean? Where they don't want to really be like. They don't want to stand over like a Daniel Caesar or
Right.
stand over like a Brent Fayez. Don't get me wrong, there's men that do stand.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like when it comes to like who's listening to R&B, is majority like it's a lot of women. And There's a lot of like from what I get in my mentions.
Oh, yeah?
It's like majority of our followers are women.
Yeah.
Majority of people in my mentions that have a comment to say about anything is women. Don't get men do come along, but it seems like more women are more excited about it, and I feel like that's why they've been cultivating more women talent. Like
Right.
every girl was putting boot up in their videos. Every girl was quoting some.
So they appreciate the music more.
You don't see guys taking Snapchat videos singing like freaking Brent Fayez, going like, you don't see them do that, but you see girls do that.
But
Yeah.
is that because of our genders and what we are going through as different people?
Yeah, I think so.
Because like I feel like the girls would relate more to, of course, obviously the females, but I feel like even girls might relate more to just R&B in a whole, if you will, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And that's why, like, this is a perfect example. My cousin Manny hates Daniel Caesar.
Really?
Yes. You were there when he said it.
Damn. How do you hate Daniel Caesar?
No, but I won't even say he
care.
thinks Daniel Caesar's talented, but he doesn't care about Daniel Caesar's music.
Right.
Really?
He's like, he's not singing about what the fuck I give all that love shit. Get that shit out of my face. He doesn't
Maybe
care
written
about
for him.
that.
It's not written for him.
Exactly, but women kind of idealize that, so they love that shit.
Yeah.
So like, but when he hears Brent Fayez, he's like, yo, I fuck with that guy because he's saying sweet shit, but he's saying shit that like about the inner city. He's saying shit about like broken love, addiction, like whatever he wants to speak about is more grimy, and it's like in that way he's kind of like a rapper, but he just has. But he sings, so he has the voice of a singer, and
he has the bars, if you will.
Yeah, but he has the bars, and like that type of artist gets championed more by men.
Yeah.
Like when I see, like especially when I give, like I promote Brent Fayez or I put him on our platform, I see way more men. Oh, yo, I fuck with this guy.
Because
like,
I
fuck with
personally,
him heavy.
I fuck with
Brent
him. I would say
is
I
dope.
fuck with him more than Daniel because again, like you're saying, it's more my vibe.
It's more your
Something
vibe.
you relate
like,
to it a little better. Yeah.
And like Brent Fayez isn't the best singer. He's very unpolished. While Daniel Caesar is like he's a vocalist. But like you fuck with Brent Fayez more because of the aura of it. And like I feel like that's what's happening now with like artists. They fuck with you first and then they fuck with your music. And like that's why you have to sell something to them. And I feel like that's what Brent Fayez is selling. I don't think he's actively selling it, but I feel like he is that person and he's singing to that person. Yeah. And then people are doing that while like a Daniel Caesar, even though he might be singing about a girl, it just feels generic because it's like okay, like oh love, like we get it if you like talk about real life, like it's not about all hopscotch and bubble gum and all that shit, like, like
fairy tales.
That's what I feel like, especially like the guys on the street level don't really fuck with like an artist who's more polished like that.
Yeah,
and then and like when you see that with everything with R&B, like that's why I feel like there's not many of those people in R&B. That's why there's so many women supporting R&B because they love that shit. Yeah. Like they do fuck with the Brent Fayez's too, but they also love the love shit too. Yeah. And that's why they champion like more women artists that sing about that. And which was exciting about Summer Walker because Summer Walker's like kind of like the opposite of that. Like she kind of reminds me of Brent Fayez for women.
I was just about to say like she's one of the girls that is coming with the bars if you want to call it that. Yeah. Again, because the ladies out here captioning her shit, and I'm like, oh fuck, like it's kind of facts. Like,
yeah,
I'm a dog.
I remember that song. We were listening to.
What?
I forgot what it was called. Like one of her like the songs that just dropped, and I was like, yo. I wanted to pause the song because she's like, you're saying too much shit about me out loud. And I do not like it.
Too much facts.
She's gonna hear you. Like why are you talking so loud? Like,
chill.
You're looking at. I was looking at her like, is she taking in the lyrics? Like, should I look up? Like that's how it felt. Like
I feel you.
And I feel like Brent Fayez does that to like the girls. Like when he's like, you're toxic to me. The girl's like, oh shit, I am. Yeah. Like shit. So like. But you guys think men are doing better?
And that's the thing. I
don't. Yeah.
It's not even like I don't even really know. I feel like right now we're in a place where I do agree with you. Like women are taking over.
Yeah.
In the R&B realm.
Let them take over.
Yeah, like totally.
Like, who cares?
Over.
Like it's cool.
Totally fine.
It really is. Yeah.
I just don't know yet if I can fully accept this statement.
It's a bold one.
It's a very bold statement.
It's a bold statement.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna even double down on this.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're looking at I'm willing to say, like, the women R&B artists that we've had have been better than the male R&B artists we've had. If you're actually thinking about it. Because if you take Michael Jackson out of the equation, because Michael Jackson is a pop star.
He's a pop star.
Yeah.
We've literally, like, if you look at, like, Whitney Houston, name one person that can hit, name one male artist that can hit a note like Mariah Carey.
Kevin A.
Oh shit!
No, it's not.
Yeah, chill.
I'm not gonna.
Are we even capable?
She's got 5 octaves. I got 4. So
Yeah.
And that's crazy to me. Like Whitney Houston, Sade, like Mary J. Blige.
You're right.
Like even back in the day, like what made rap music start popping more was getting female vocals on the hooks. Like you seen Ja Rule made a whole killing off that with Ashanti and J-Lo singing his hooks. Like you've seen like 50 Cent go to that. You've seen like even Bow Wow getting other artists to sing on their things. Like you see that so much. So it's like I just feel like when it comes to R&B, I think women beat the men.
You're bringing up some good points.
Like because like men when they pop, they do pop.
Yeah.
But it's so far. Like there's so many women that come out that just kill it. Yeah. There's so many women. Like you just see it one after the other. But when it comes to male R&B, it's like, boom, stop for a few. He's the next Michael Jackson. Stop for a few. He's the next Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Stop for a few. Like that's all you hear.
That's funny.
We talked about that last time.
Yeah.
Like why is every male R&B artist the next Michael Jackson? Just because they can pop and lock and shit like that. They said that.
That's funny. We talk. Yo, so
Bro, it's scary.
This is a podcast where we just talk about the same shit.
Yeah, lost in talks.
Every week. We're just lost in the same talks. So.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about it.
I
was talking about how there was a time basically like who would be the next Michael Jackson? Who would have been?
If we had to pick someone today.
If you
Chris
could pick
Brown. Breezy.
Shit. We talked about this.
Breezy.
Man.
Yeah.
Briss Breezy,
We're
man.
like, is it breezy? Is it?
If he didn't, I'm gonna say this is a hot take. If he
Go
did
say
not-
the hot take because I know what the hot take is. So say the hot take.
If he did not hit Rihanna, he would have been fucking Michael Jackson. I don't give a fuck. Like legit, Rihanna ruined. I wouldn't even say Rihanna ruined it for him. He ruined it for himself.
He ruined it for himself.
Just so you guys know,
He
if
did.
you're like a avid listener, I guess at this point, like
You're
we
probably
didn't.
tripping out too.
Yeah, we
Like,
didn't talk about this before, like because
We never talked about this.
He literally had the exact same hot take.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
like,
Last week.
we were
Possibly
floating
the same
around.
time.
Well, we were floating with 3 different people. It was like
Yeah, so
Chris Brown,
Usher, and
Justin Timberlake,
were the
right?
closest.
Justin Timberlake. Why
if you will.
how dare you put
No,
Justin Timberlake into
now.
that?
he has an
The
explanation.
reason why I say Justin Timberlake was literally just because Usher wasn't doing shit at the time. Justin Timberlake was popping off. He was doing his thing. But tell me who at the time that Justin Timberlake was popping off was also up there.
What year was it from again?
I'm saying Future Sex times.
like 2006.
But that's I don't like to say Justin Timberlake, but he was like the
Because there was
closest
people
thing.
popping
Yeah.
in and out, but there's no one
Exactly.
that big. He actually had a time. I'll give him that.
He had a time.
He had a little time where he could have been something like Michael
But it
Jackson.
wouldn't have
you
been
know what I
him.
mean? The white folks would have loved it.
Yeah. You're actually right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Cry Me a River, Senorita.
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah. Okay. I take that back, Justin.
He had his window.
And then I felt like Usher could have done it, but he's just been here so long.
Yeah.
And
Usher-
I feel like he's never like
He just took too long.
gotten to that point where
Yeah.
it's just like he always had hits.
Another hot take about Usher. Yeah, it's the worst song in history.
Really?
That whole thing. Yeah, that whole thing is peace up. A-top.
Don't fucking
fuck
kill
that
me.
whole track.
Yeah, I didn't like
from
that song,
front to
to be
back. From front. That was the worst song. That was on Confessions Part 2, right?
Yeah.
Why the hell are you here singing about
That's where he cheated.
cheating? And then peace up, A-Town.
He cheated
getting-
in that club.
Oh God, I mean,
That's the story. That's where he fucked up.
that's where he fucked up. Still, I hate that track, man. And
Bro,
then
that shit will have the club going crazy
That shit-
now.
no one wants
That
to
shit is
admit
played
it, but
so much.
Lil Jon is the most annoying motherfucker in the world. Why? Hey, okay. If you were doing that in real life, you punch the shit out of that guy.
That's so weird.
Yeah, you would be pissed.
Yeah, why were you doing that?
I'd be a
track?
little.
People talk so much shit about DJ Khaled. Lil Jon was worse.
Yeah.
What was he?
You're definitely right on that. He had a thing though.
Yeah.
He owned it.
I also don't like Ludacris as a rapper. That's another guy I do not like.
That's a hot take.
That's a hot take. I'm gonna say that.
That's a hot take. I
have
think
never been a
Ludacris
fan.
is actually not one of the best, but like one of those like
No, I think he's corny as hell.
really.
All his like that flow he does and the I'm gonna hit you with a punchline right here. It's so corny.
Damn.
I'm sorry for it. But I get it. I liked one
We got a
song by him,
disagreement here.
and it was like that song with Pharrell. I think "Shake Your Money, Make It Like Some Money." I love that song, but other than that, it's like the way he raps.
Luda.
I feel you on a little like thinking back of some of
I
the
can
hits.
see what
Yeah,
you mean.
Yeah.
I can see like
And
the
way he
corniness
raps
in it.
is like I'm gonna do this,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna hit you with that. Like I'm gonna do it. Like that's just so annoying.
Have you heard Splash Waterfalls though?
No, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to run that later.
Yeah.
I was turned off.
Yeah.
Second from "Move, Bitch, Get Out the Way," I was like, "Oh, that hook was crazy." But
Yeah.
then when you started rapping, I was like, "Move, bitch, get out!" Like I really just wanted to hear the like. I
Right.
don't get it.
I don't know, man.
That's why I made that
Luda's-
my least favorite. What type of song was it? R&B song, whatever that was. That was my least favorite of it ever. The worst Usher song of all time.
Luda.
Even freaking that song he did with Justin Bieber. When I was 15, I had my first. He's so corny.
Yeah, we don't need to
We
talk
gave
about
Luda.
Luda.
No, we gave Luda the first couple of years.
Yeah,
of his-
yeah, yeah,
of
We're
his-
talking about the
his
Justin
career.
Bieber.
No, we're not going
collabs.
that deep.
Yeah.
But he became a character.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
absolutely,
he
yeah.
I get like when he first came out it was cool, awesome. But after that,
Yeah.
I feel you on that. I can
and that's
agree
when
on
I got on the Luda. I wasn't when he like I had to go back for that.
okay.
When I first seen him, it
I
was-
can see that. You know what? I can see it then because I can see if you were to go back and listen to it for the first time, then it wouldn't.
Yeah.
It was definitely because it was a part of what we
What we were
listening to.
Growing up with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I
maybe.
did not
Yeah.
like him. I missed him. I missed the Eminem phase. Like I
Oh,
was
really?
not. Yeah, I did not like Eminem.
Good.
When I heard,
Honestly, it wasn't worth it to be a fan of
Yeah.
it. It turned out to be a
Remember my
waste of time.
cousin
Turned out to be a waste of time. White people will kill you for that.
I look at
I like Eminem, but I hate his last 3 albums. So
fucking
it's
dirty.
fair. It's fair. No, Eminem's trash.
Rap God.
No. I'm not one of those people.
By the way, he
Eminem's trash right now.
Machine Gun
Like
Kelly.
he had his time and
Beat
is
MGK.
Like, I do not.
Sorry, I'm going in on you right now. I know
I
you
remember the
listen to
first
shit.
time
spit
someone
more
played me
words
his
faster
track.
than him.
Yeah.
It was that song like
care,
I'm
dude.
said I'm sorry, mama. I never meant to hurt you. That's the crappiest song I ever
Oh.
heard.
Whoa.
He's spitting the hot
Get
takes,
that hot
yo.
trash out of my ears.
Yo,
Why the hell? I'm cleaning up my
Oh
closet. Like
shit! No, we gotta talk about R&B because
my takes on rap are crazy. I'm gonna tell you that
they're
now.
pretty wild. Yo.
My takes are I like because I'm so R&B based.
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
No, I
Like
feel you.
Eminem just sounded like an angry white guy.
I can see that.
Which he did.
Yeah,
He
and
comes
I don't
off as
need-
one,
I
yeah.
don't need that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need that in the climate we're in right now.
Yeah, you know.
You guys have it great.
Yeah.
You're rich now. Like you don't have to be.
That's what I'm
angry.
saying. That's the one thing that pissed me off about Eminem after we finally considered him. Yeah, you're one of the greats. You're rich as fuck, and you're angry still on every song.
Yeah, I don't know why.
What's going on?
He has nothing to talk about anymore. He's
He's a
sober and he's
grumpy old
happy.
man
Like,
now.
And
but he's
That's
still
what
trying to
I'm
be
fucking
angry for no
saying.
reason.
For
Like,
no fucking reason.
at least before he was angry because he was on drugs and shit.
He's on
And
drugs.
poor.
Baby moms is fucking
Yeah.
treating him crazy.
Yeah.
Shit was wild.
But now he's like,
Yo, I won't
he's,
lie.
like, worth,
When
like-
he was Slim Shady, I fucked with him then.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's when we all fucked with it.
That's when we all
Yo,
fucked with
that's
him.
when he
Like-
had the blonde hair, right?
Yeah.
I fucked with that.
You know,
Yeah.
but
I fucked with that.
literally is when he
those
as
last
shitty as it sounds when he stopped doing drugs.
Yeah, no. The timeline is perfect. It's perfectly lines up. As soon as he got off drugs,
He's
that's
fucking
when
weird
music started
now.
becoming trash. Yeah.
the man doesn't blink
And I'm
now.
not-
It's
yeah.
weird. Bro.
I don't want to advocate
I don't know
drug
what's up
use
with
for
that
artists.
shit.
Yeah,
No,
I
yeah.
don't- I don't want
Look at
to.
that.
But if you're already on them and it's working for you, don't
Something's
tell us you're off of it
Yeah.
or something. I don't know.
Exactly. As long as like not that crazy shit though. Not the shit that can kill you. But
Yeah,
like
no.
Yeah.
do the
We
stuff
didn't know
that
more.
gets you there.
Yeah.
And then use it. It's creative. Keep it creative.
But it wasn't the. I think it was more of just like he had something to say, when he was poor and on drugs.
Yes.
It wasn't the actual drug use itself.
That's
you know
what
what
I'm
I mean?
saying. He was hungry.
Yeah,
Once
exactly.
you're rich, you're not hungry.
Yeah.
Anymore.
hungry.
If you don't have anything to say anymore, there's nothing wrong with like being like, all right, I don't
That's
have anything
why-
to say on a song anymore, so I'm gonna hang it up. Like,
This is why,
Yeah.
or move on to
this
something
is
else.
Another
Like,
hot take again. This is why I love Kanye West so much. He's my favorite artist of all time.
Understandable.
All because he should have nothing else to say.
yeah,
But he's still rapping.
yeah,
And like he's still creating like Yay, what came out, I love that.
Yeah.
Kids See Ghosts was amazing. That Pusha T album, I'm not even a fan of Pusha T, but hearing his production on that and
yeah. There's
him
some
and
crazy
Pusha T
beats.
are amazing T.
Yeah, they are.
That was
They really are.
amazing.
They really are.
And like, I just feel like with artists like that, they just evolve.
Yeah,
And like, if you're truly like, you can tell the people who are rappers and who are artists.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Eminem to me is one of the greatest rappers of all time.
Yes, 1000%.
Is he the greatest artist?
Nope.
Hell no.
No.
Hell no. If I wanted someone to do a cipher, I'll call Eminem
Exactly.
10 times out of 10. But if I wanted a track,
A song.
unless
song,
unless,
yeah.
like if I needed a song, unless Rihanna's in the room with me, I do not know how we're gonna get this done.
Yeah.
Like I really don't know how it's gonna happen.
Fuck, man. Fuck Marshall. I don't know what we're gonna do.
So like that's like I see it like that. Like that's why it comes like when it comes to my taste, like I try to go towards rappers who are artists as well, who try to create. Like I love like the first time I got into Childish Gambino, he was a rapper. And like look what the hell is he doing now? Like Redbone, from what he was doing, what was that song? Like something like Campfire or something.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bonfire, like that.
Bonfire.
Yeah, yeah,
Bonfire.
yeah.
Bonfire.
From Bonfire to like Redbone?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always doing something different.
Like This Is
I like-
America, what the hell? Like all
Yeah.
that shit
What-
he's
The other thing I even appreciate too with the dudes, man's like Jay-Z. Jay-Z's done. He's a billionaire. He's good.
Mhm. Yep.
But I still like that I see growth in his music. You know what I mean? So when you have a project like 444, for example, you see he's talking about being a father,
Love
Yeah.
that project.
being a husband,
It's really good.
and the shit that he's, and
So
I
he still
appreciate
has something
that stuff.
to. Yeah, he still has something
That's
to
what
say.
it is.
Yeah.
It's those little things because you can only talk about how rich you are so many times.
Exactly.
The only person I can allow that is Rick Ross because
and
he's the
2
type of
Chainz.
person
And
that
2 Chainz. I was gonna say
And
2
2
Chainz.
Chainz.
Yeah.
2 Chainz.
But Rick Ross is the type
Yeah.
of person where I'm listening to that music and you feel rich. Like I feel like I'm in that Maybach.
Yeah.
And you know why?
You know what I
'Cause he's
mean?
acting. That's why. Like I
Yeah.
love how he plays his character.
Yeah.
And he plays it so
Exactly.
fucking well. I don't give a fuck if he snitches.
Exactly.
I love the fact that he makes me feel like a gangster
Exactly.
when I listen to his music.
I feel like I'm riding around Miami, Port of Miami, doing some
He's
nonsense.
consistent with it.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and I honestly feel like he can always choose some of the best beats
Yeah.
like ever. Like I don't like there's nothing I haven't heard that's like trash. So, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear amazing beats all the fucking time. Even if it's not my favorite song, it's amazing production always.
He needs to start
Always.
executive producing more.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because like
I'd
he
love to
should
see
have
that.
done that for like Meek. He should have done
Yeah.
that more for Wale. Because there's times like I remember like my favorite songs are like of Wale's is when like Diced Pineapples.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rick,
Gee,
that beat.
diced pineapples. That's my favorite shit, yo.
Ever. And it's like
That was, I think, that's around the time too when I had to start saying like, "Yo, Drake is fucking hard, bro."
Yeah. That's why I started switching.
Yeah.
Drake's coming in with these feathers.
yeah. And it's like, how did you get all those people? Like, how do he picks beats that work for everyone?
Exactly.
Like I heard, like what was the other one? My bitch badder than
I know which one you're talking about, but I can't remember the name of the track.
But Meek Mill was on.
Yeah.
And then he comes in so smooth in. And you're just like, you just think the whole song is just gonna be this. Then Meek Mill comes in and you think he's gonna do the same thing, and then he goes like da 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 da. He does what Meek Mill does, and you can't believe that is in that
Yeah.
Yeah.
in that same song. And like he should have executive produced way more things, like way more.
Sure.
Yeah. I would love to see that some more. Rick Ross is one of those guys. I'm just like, yo. I just feel rich,
So
man.
consistent with his.
So consistent with the sound, so consistent with the imagery, so consistent with.
Did you read that? He had an I think an autobiography that came up, but there's this story about like how he was talking about the verse he put on for the fuck is it, Devil in a New Dress. And he was talking about how he apparently he made the connection between Pusha T and Kanye. Like he was the first guy to actually make them connect.
I heard that. Yeah.
And then how like
That's a classic song.
he had a verse on Devil in a New Dress, but it was a completely different beat. And then Kanye like reworked it, and then he's like, yeah, do a new verse because like, you know, I didn't like that one. And it was like that was the first time Rick Ross said that was the first time anybody ever told him to like do another verse. But he knew from Kanye it wasn't like he took no disrespect. It was like he's like, yeah, I need to like. And then that's why he dropped that verse, and that verse is like
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Talk about luxury, like that verse.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm seeing the man.
Yeah.
Visualizing
You know what I
that
mean?
shit, man.
It just,
I
you can smell the cologne.
You can smell
The cologne. I can smell the leather in the car, man. You know, I can feel the wind, the hot breeze in Miami.
He's just sitting on his pool, just like writing about everything that's around him. You
That's
know?
lit.
With a
Like,
baddie just rubbing his stomach. And she doesn't mind. She
doesn't mind.
And she's like, he's rich.
yeah.
Forever. Forever.
That's why we need a Maybach drop. So.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Maybach music.
Come, don't even get me started on those. Yo. That shit is some of the smartest,
Yep.
the smartest little bits of like marketing, if you will. You know what I mean?
He's like a genius marketer. I feel like a lot of people made top 50 lists about rappers, and not enough of them had him in at least the top 20.
Yeah.
Because he's at least top 20 in my opinion.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Just the whole package
Yep.
that he's bringing forward,
And he's
as
consistent.
an artist.
He's
Yeah.
just so consistent.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He just never let up. Like once he started with like hustling, he just didn't stop. Like, he just kept, and it's just nobody's had that level of just like same amount of content. You know, like
And his newest album that he just dropped is
Really nice.
really fucking solid too,
Yeah.
man. I don't know how many times I could feel rich and still go back home and someone at my job. You know what I mean?
Shit, but that
Into that
motivates
world.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It really does. It motivates you.
Yeah.
It motivates you
yeah.
because you're like, I want to be rich forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wanna,
Another person
I
who's
wanna know
good
what
at
it's
that is Diddy.
yeah.
Rapping Rich.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and his son, King Combs,
Yeah. He's good, yo. I fuck with him.
like they rap about nothing,
Yeah.
but they rap about something. And it just
Exactly.
makes
It
you
doesn't make any fucking sense, but I like it. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Yo.
Yo.
That sounded
I feel like we're all like relieved. We just got a lot.
Yeah.
We got a lot off our
Yeah.
chest.
Got a lot
Yeah.
off it. This was we vented quite a bit.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
And
good.
again, it was just nice hearing the echoes
Yeah.
of a guest. That, again, we're not talking about this shit beforehand.
Yeah.
No, we're not. This isn't planned.
No.
This isn't
No.
premeditated.
We're coming in
No.
here and we're making this shit up as we go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not actually coming in here with topics. That's work.
Nah, we
But
jump right into it.
it's just
Yeah.
it's nice to have somebody that again aligns with your thoughts,
Yeah.
the things that you have gone through or are going through, and you know, it's just
You could be that way
good.
too. Like if you just,
if you just fucking drop your music.
yeah, same shit we've always been
I'm
saying.
gonna say
yeah.
that every time.
Yeah,
man.
if you just
Drop your shit.
If you just started
Yeah.
just taking your risks,
Yeah.
actually, if you just
Please.
Looking out for you, you
started
know, like
grinding and actually
Yeah.
hustling, you're telling a lot of people that you're doing it. We see you in the studio.
stop
but-
waiting for somebody to come
No one's
around
heard the
and
tracks.
make it for you.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Or like stop waiting for somebody to come around and tell you who you are. Like
Exactly.
you know what I
Figure
mean?
out yourself.
and you
Yeah.
also
I'll
need
figure
to
that
take
out,
in
yeah.
like all that time you're waiting, holding it back, not showing it. You don't even know if it's good.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You could put it out
Yeah.
and it flops.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You wasted all this time for a
Exactly.
flop. You could have got that flop out the way.
Yeah, why you
And
waiting
like-
a year just to
Exactly.
Just
because
the flop
it's
on
for
Just flop? Come
just the
on,
flop.
man.
It's
The
for
waste.
your audience. Put it
Yes.
out for your audience.
Yep.
Let them say what they want to say, and then keep on working.
That's
And
how you're
then when
gonna
you
get
that
better.
hit. You will get that
Yeah.
hit. I
Yep.
promise you.
Keep creating.
Yeah.
Keep putting out your shit, whether it's good. Try to make sure it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if the popular consensus is that it needs to change up or something like that, don't look at it as a failure. Look at it as
don't take it personally.
an adjustment that you might need to make. Maybe our ears are wrong.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe you're just ahead of your time.
Exactly.
I don't fucking know.
Probably not, but probably not.
Probably not.
No,
I'll be honest with you.
I hate that. Some people use that as an excuse. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
ahead
But like,
of its
there's
time,
like certain
man.
mans. There's certain mans
Nah,
like me, Kevin, Tommy. Basically, the people in this room. If we're telling you the shit's bad, it's bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It probably is. We could be wrong,
We could be wrong,
but we haven't missed.
yeah, we haven't missed yet. You know what I mean? So just keep creating, keep learning.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys research on your fucking grants.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't believe all the rumors you hear when you're a kid. Fucking what else are we talking about?
Love your city.
Love your city.
Love where you come
Please.
from.
Love
you
where
know?
you come from,
Yeah.
whether that be Toronto or anywhere else in the world,
Yeah.
whoever the fuck is listening, or even just back to your culture, back at
Exactly.
home. Soulja Boy's the GOAT, Bow Wow's the GOAT,
Sierra might have a good.
Sierra might, but
Might.
we're not. Hey,
Hey.
and,
Allegedly.
and keep tweeting, yo. Get on Twitter, everybody. Ian,
What? Don't look at me.
get on
Yo,
Twitter.
you run the Twitter. Yo, I don't
Zach, get on Twitter
Zach, get on Twitter.
because we got tweets up about women being running the R&B game right now. We're gonna say this year
Prove
so
me
far.
wrong.
Let's say this year.
Prove him wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Jacques is about to prove us wrong. I couldn't even get that.
Jacques, the king of R&B.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. we're about to find out. You know? But no, we appreciate you guys coming in today. We had a great time. It was a great podcast.
And
What's
also reach out to everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
Don't be afraid to show love.
Like
Yep.
reach out to everyone. Don't be afraid to reach out to R&B Radar. If you didn't know who we were, reach out to us. We help market.
Yep.
We help put people on.
Yep.
Just reach out. Reach out to them. Reach out to anyone you
Reach out to
can
us.
because anyone can help you.
Exactly.
You never know who's your helper this month.
Yep.
So make sure just to get yourself out there. Don't think you can do it all by yourself.
Again, yeah. I'm gonna echo that as well. The only reason why all of us are sitting here is because you reached out.
Exactly.
Basically.
Pretty much. Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's been positive.
Yeah.
And it's been
This
good.
is what happens when we work together.
When we work together, we can just
Toronto.
make shit happen. You know what I mean?
Gotta
Exactly.
work together.
That's what it's about. Like again, when we met up the other day, and then I had to leave and everything. And I was just heading to my fucking job. I was just thinking, I'm like, yo, this like moments like that help reinforce that we're headed in the right direction. You know what I mean? Because we have people that see that we're doing quality stuff. Yeah, we don't necessarily have the clout and everything yet, but we're doing something right.
That will come.
You know what I mean?
come,
That's
In due time.
and exactly, and it's not we're chasing the clout. We're just like fuck it, man.
Be patient
Let's
about
just keep
that.
making
It's
shit.
fine.
If people fuck with it, then
Yeah.
they fuck with it. You know what I mean? So again, we appreciate you.
And I appreciate you guys. Like
Yeah.
just finding someone, especially people from my town.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy how we never ran into each other.
Yeah,
We were
man.
born in the same year. We know, like
You
we're
guys
in the
probably
same year.
have like long.
Realistically,
Man's probably
Yeah.
butted me in the line somewhere.
So it's
He
like
stepped on your kicks when
Yeah,
you were on the
yo,
bus.
yo.
Like,
exactly, and like what you guys are doing, like everything that you guys told us you have planned, and what you guys are doing is God's work.
Yeah, man.
And like to see someone like that in our city is truly like a gem. Like I keep on saying that, but it's
Even
truly a
being in the
gem.
room, like you can feel it.
Exactly, because it's a different aura around you guys. There's a different following around you guys. Because the people who are around you guys, you might not have millions of fans, but the people who are around you genuinely fuck with you, and that's where you have to start from. That's the
what it's about.
foundation.
This is a no drama zone. Keep it real with everybody. We're just trying to work with everybody, share all the knowledge that we can. We may right now be nobodies, but hey, in a few years,
Someday we'll be somebody.
exactly.
And that is
And then we're
all.
gonna be looking back, and then man's are gonna be running through these podcasts like crazy.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yo.
Knowledge,
Yes.
but
Is
hey,
power.
Knowledge is power.
knowledge is power.
That
Be
is
my 2
facts.
cents.
That's
Keep
factual.
it genuine, yo. Keep it genuine, because with just keeping it real, keeping it genuine, you're just gonna meet good people, and that's how you build up, a good team. That's how you meet the right people. Just fuck, man. It's hard, but you can make it easier. You know, don't complicate your life.
No, it can be that simple.
For no,
Yeah.
don't complicate your life. People do that a lot.
Yeah, don't.
Anyways, I'm rambling.
Yeah. All right.
Fuck. This is the Lost and Talks podcast, the most lit podcast in the history of the world. Ever. Thanks for listening. Make sure you guys check out R&B Radar. Make sure you check out everything that we usually tell you guys to check out.
Put some links to like emails for submissions and socials. And
all that stuff down below.
Down below or in the Spotify thingy or whatever.
Also, shout out to all the creators in Toronto. I feel like we were ranting a lot and saying a lot of bad stuff.
Shout
but
out all
also,
the
we love you guys.
Yep.
Keep on creating. You guys are amazing. R&B is doing great.
Yes.
Toronto's on the come up.
Toronto's been... No, we're already here.
We're here.
We're here. So it's
we
like,
just got to show everybody that we care that we're here.
Yeah.
You know?
So like, just keep on working. Keep on putting out stuff. Reach out to us. We want to promote every single one of y'all. We want everyone to know about you guys. So just keep on creating. We love you guys.
Look at this guy.
I don't have anything like good for that, but we need to get some kind of good audio.
Yeah, we put the Ildridge album on.
We need a positive one on there.
All right, yo. Thanks for listening again. We'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah.
Whenever that is.
Thanks for listening.